Hello, everybody, and welcome to the United Stand. We're back live again for Manchester United against Everton. I don't know why I've got a thumbnail of... Oh, no, it's fine. I thought I had Villarreal. We're not playing Villarreal. I don't want to play Villarreal again. How are we all doing anyway? Team news will be coming out for you very, very shortly. They seem to have kept them under wraps today. But ultimately, that's not the end of the world. As I said last night with Levin on the show, I'm fully expecting to see McTominay and Fred in the midfield, Pogba on the left, Greenwood on the right, with Ronaldo and Bruno. So anything beyond that is a nice surprise. And if it is that, we don't need to panic too much. I think today is about devouring a nice sticky toffee pudding, the Everton side. Revenge, Ben Godfrey. What was it? They told us all to F off when they got that late equaliser back in this late winter. Was it early spring? So yes, it's a game we need to win. And if we do win, I was looking at the league table this morning. If we do win, we go up to 16 points. Man City are playing Liverpool. We're going to another international break, and we're still up near the top. So look, 16 from 21. Ideally, you'd want to have had at least 18, but we're still up there. And then we go into a very, very different situation. The swear jar, needs to happen, doesn't it? But look, I hope you're all happy this morning. Looking forward to a game of football. I think Wednesday was just a very weird night. We scored two amazing goals in a game where we didn't play amazing. So I think fresh slate and all that lot. I certainly don't want to be sat there watching football, moaning again. Even if he does go with McTominay and Fred, hopefully they will have had a lesson in how to play as a holding midfield pair, and they come and get the ball off the back four, so we don't have to hit long balls. There's talk that Cavani's starting. There's also a rumor that Lingard's going to start. I mean, I don't know how you start both those players and still pick the normal people. I've not actually seen any leaked news. I think Luke Shaw will probably start. He was with the squad last week, so I think last night. I just reading a comment here online. It was like, Van der Beek's 2 midfield outings can be categorised as fine and definitely better than what he did last year, but neither one was a performance that said to the manager, I need to be in the team and can't be dropped. It's not the position he was signed to play. But this is the thing I always say to these people. You're almost creating a rhetoric that doesn't exist. All I keep hearing is, well, when we've seen Donny, it's not like he set the world on fire. And I'm like, fine, have that opinion. But can you please just listen to what I'm going to say to you right now? One, when has McTominay and Fred set the world on fire? So why can't Donny have a chance? And two, McTominay and Fred have been given massive amounts of games. Maybe if you give a player a few games, they will get better and better. It might sound like a wild prediction, but this is what I mean. It's like people think that Donny van der Beek or Delot have got to come into the team, or Sancho, and be world class from minute one of the first game they're given. You've got people like McTominay and Fred and Pogba when he's played in the midfield, to be fair, recently. They're not setting the world on fire. So why can't somebody else be given a chance? And what I would say is Donny van der Beek against West Ham was better than any performance we've seen from McTominay and Fred and Pogba in the midfield this season. Pogba's been brilliant on the left, but in the midfield. And that's where everybody gets frustrated. It's not that Donny's like clearly the best midfielder we've got. It's that he deserves a chance and he has the raw attributes that are better than some people have been given. That's the point. It's not that, I think some people think that there's this like Donny cult group that think Donny is the answer to our prayers. I don't, you know what? He probably isn't, but he certainly deserves a chance. And as I've said before, if McTominay, Fred, Matic, Pogba, if any of those two combinations were playing for United and we were playing brilliant, it would just be tough luck, Donny, you're not playing. The reason people are talking about Donny van der Beek, and the reason I'm talking about Matic a lot, is that they deserve to start over certain people who keep playing every week just because they run around a lot. Hello, Mark. I'm new to the United Stand, says Offset. So am I, Offset. It's my first show. I hope I'm doing well. I wish it was. It's not. It's probably my... God knows how many appearances I've done on this show. Even just watch-alongs, I don't even know. But team news is going to come out very, very soon. Adam says Johnny deserves a chance and has done better than McFraud, but he also hasn't set the games alike when he started in both. I agree. I think you're absolutely spot on there. He deserves a chance but he hasn't set the world on fire. But the players who have played haven't either. So, I think that's where we stand on that. Early team news, just having a quick look around. Nothing credible at the moment. I'm just about to laugh at the chat. Do you think Donny will start? No. I think there's more chance of me starting, and I can't be in Manchester for kickoff. It's more than an hour's drive, so there is literally more chance of me starting. I'm actually really hoping Matic starts. I actually think that the low key argument here is, why is Matic not starting? I think actually that's the real point. But be interesting to see. My predicted lineup is McTominay, Fred, Bruno, Pogba off the left, Greenwood, and then Ronaldo up front. Be interesting to see if he makes any changes to that. I mean, he might leave Pogba out completely, but I don't see that happening. I think he'll just go with what he knows, and we'll react to it the way we normally do, 5 minutes time. Make sure you smash a like on the video, by the way, and subscribe. If you like this hoodie, we've got a fine selection of hoodies and t-shirts that you can get your hands on. We do ship worldwide. The link is in the video description for that. We've got a Viva Ronaldo one just come out this week as well. Bruno's, Greenwood, we've got loads, and some United stand stuff as well. So links in the video description, and we do ship worldwide. I must say it's looking very vivid today, as you can see. So we're looking good. It's an excellent hoodie, says Johnny. Donny's probably in the chat actually, and he's probably got nothing else to do. He probably sits there in the dressing room just watching United stand, because at least we like him on here. Need a David De Gea one. We do actually. We definitely do. Apparently we're 700. Oh yes, of course. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We're 750 off 150,000. So make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. But look, I think United win this game. I really, really would never ever subscribe to the whole opinion that I want United to lose. I want United to play bad. Ultimately, I get. I Linda Carlisle's song, we dream the same dream, we want the same thing. I think, so many people don't realise this from both sides, all sides. It's not just Ollie in, Ollie out. It's Ollie doubt. It's Ollie frustrated. It's, we're not going to win the league. There's lots of different opinions in the fan base, but we all want the same thing. We all want Manchester United to win the title. And look, at the moment, we're up near the top. It's not like the title dream's over. Technically, it probably is. I mean, I don't think we've got a chance at all, but we have got a chance while we're still in it. So, of course, I want United to win anyway, but of course I want United to win because we have got a chance. And if we win today, tough games coming up, but you are where you are. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think that, Everton come to us weak. They don't have Calvert-Lewin. They don't have Richarlison. So I think that, we should be keeping a clean sheet, especially with the defence that we've got at the moment with De Gea playing how he is and Varane. And I think Luke Shaw back, Wan-Bissaka back, we should be fine. It's about whether we can break them down. And it might be a 1-0 or it might be a 2-0, but I think we will get back. And I think we will get back on track in the Premier League. Remember, we're back on track in the Champions League, but we did lose last week at home to Villa. So we for me, I think it's like Paul Ince said yesterday, this is like this is the game, really. The Champions League is a separate thing. This is the Premier League. We must bounce back. And look, if you're hoping for good football, I mean, there's no reason to believe that. Is there? There's no reason to believe that we would play good football. For me, that's an added bonus. I'm almost at the point now where I really do just accept that the result is key today. But we will see. We will see. I've just seen somebody talking about Cavani, Martial, and Van der Beek. There is absolutely no way those three are starting. But we are only a couple of minutes away from the team news, and always like to just see what it is, but it's not out yet. Prepare for meltdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, it's going to happen. People are going to lose their shit in the chat, basically, aren't you? But what's that? People know if I see McFred, I'm going to lose it. Well, get ready to lose it, because and that's not because I know what the team is. It's just because I expect to see that team. I think Tellez will start. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, somebody was joking in the chat there. There probably is more chance of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer starting himself than starting an Anthony Martial or a Donny van der Beek at the moment. But Man United starting 11, Fred and McTominay, Fernandes, Greenwood, Martial, Cavani. Oh, that's interesting. Ronaldo doesn't start then. Martial does start. No, that can't be right. 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 What's going on? I mean, look, I'm not. I can't get that. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. Yeah, he is benched. He definitely is benched. So, Cristiano Ronaldo's on the bench. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Varane, Shaw, McTominay and Fred, Greenwood, Bruno, Martial. Martial does start. Cavani. I mean, that's rotation for you people. That's rotation. I mean, you know the thing that jumps out at me about that straight away. It's the fact that he's rotated, but still picked McTominay and Fred. Like, if he'd picked Matic and Donny in the midfield, I'd have gone, wow, that's really interesting. He's playing Cavani, he's playing Martial, he's playing Matic, he's playing Donny, and he's not. He's put Matic on the bench. Pogba, of course, is on the bench as well. So Pogba, Van der Beek, and Matic on the bench. Ronaldo on the bench. Sancho on the bench. I've got to be honest. I think we will win the game. That's what I'm going to say from the start. I still think we will win the game, but I am very surprised. We'll get the team lineup on the screen in a minute, but I'm very surprised that he's done this in a game like this. So De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka right back, Lindelof and Varane, Shaw comes back in. Of course, McTominay and Fred play, and then it's total change in the front four positions with Cavani starting. Cavani, Greenwood, Martial, and Bruno. Lingard is on the bench. I mean, to be honest with you, I never would have picked that team. I don't think anybody would. Again, Ollie, personal sponsorship from Manscaped. He's showing his balls again. Because if this goes wrong, you'll get pelters. I would never have picked that team in a million years. Predicted or myself. So really interested by that. Don't know why Ronaldo's benched. If anybody has got an opinion on that or a thought on that, I mean, to me, I wouldn't do that. It's a game we need to win. But I've got to be honest. I quite like the fact that Cavani's starting, and I quite like the fact that Martial's starting. It's the midfield again. I don't like Fred and McTominay, and I think that you're right, Drawty. I can hear you sighing. Yeah. He says it's McFred again. Yeah, that is the thing for me. But then again, what I would say is if you took McFred out and you put Donny and Matic in, you'd say that's a reserve 11. Well, not quite a reserve 11, but it's what I'm just intrigued. I'm massively, massively intrigued by this team today, because I think that is really, really, really a lot of people saying Ollie out. I mean, that's it's a dangerous thing to do just before kickoff to start doing that. There might be a reason that Ronaldo's not starting. I would hope it's something to do with carrying a knock. But let's just remember for a moment as well that we are playing a game where we're going into an international break very, very soon. And why would you rest a Ronaldo or a Pogba ahead of an international break? It doesn't actually make a hell of a lot of sense. So I'm a little bit confused by that one, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm not angry. I think getting angry before a game is a funny thing to do. Pickford, Godfrey, Mina, Keane, Digne, Allen, Decore, Gray, Gordon, Townsend, and Rondon. So no Iwobi for them. They've gone with Gordon, Gray, Townsend, Rondon as their front two. I mean, Allen and Decore have done quite well this season for Everton. So, I can see it being a tough game. I can see it. You know what? I'll give an early prediction, and I've got no what's the word? idea what's going to happen. It's a short turnaround, Mark, says Alale. But no, I disagree with that. I disagree with that because McTominay played 90 minutes on Wednesday night and he's playing again. And he's only just come back from a groin strain operation. So McTominay can play 90 minutes on Wednesday and 90 minutes on Saturday lunchtime, but Pogba can't, who got took off after, 70 minutes. Ronaldo can't. I don't think that's what it's about. I don't think that's what it's about at all. I think it's something else. I do, but it's about rotation, I suppose. We wanted rotation. Unfortunately, he rotates, but he doesn't rotate McFred. So that's the thing for me. I can't tell, to be honest. Hello, Reese Official says, why is he benching Ronaldo and Sancho before an international break? I don't get it at all. We're going to struggle, says Paolo. I've been slating McTominay for his performances in the last couple of games, but I put $50 on him to score first. I see an easy win today, says Matt. Even with that team, and look, I know it's confusing. I'm not angry about it. I know some people are, but even with that team, I still think we will win. Has Ollie taken offence to Ronaldo giving advice on tactics, says Low Fat? And look, let's just talk about the Ronaldo thing for a moment. Mark, do you remember Ollie rested all the main players last season as well, right before international break, and we lost? Same mistakes as Karan. Everton have got a poor side out, definitely. But the reality is that now it's just very pale and white. It was probably better off just going. Okay. Is this Martial's last dance? Says Rudy Reese. And that's better, I think. It's getting better. Mark, not bothered by the front line, but once again, Ollie missed the opportunity to play Donny and Matic or Donny and Fred. He's making me join the Ollie outline, says Amir. Look, the only thing I'm going to say about the midfield is, look, I don't think McTominay and Fred can ever turn it around for me. We can still win games. I fully expect that, but I don't think they can turn it around. I don't think I'll ever be sat here going, I'm really happy with McTominay and Fred. There was something I tweeted out today from Who Scored, who were ranking the top midfield pairings in the league. Ward-Prowse and Romu were above them, but they were in 8th, but ahead of people like the Villa midfield and the Spurs midfield, which I disagree with. But I will never be happy with them as a midfield. On a calm, I will never like them as a midfield. I don't care. I never liked Fellaini. He started a lot of games. But, that's just a personal opinion. The player that I felt had to start today and hasn't started again is Matic. Matic is the player I don't understand why we're not picking. Everyone's got a right to talk about Donny. I get that. And Donny's the one who always gets the headlines. But Matic should be starting. And look, clip this up if you want. We are starting a game that we need to win at Old Trafford. We lost to Villa last week. We're starting a game with McTominay and Fred, and we're benching Pogba, Matic, and Donny van der Beek. Let that settle in. Doesn't mean we're not going to win the game, but there's something not right when you are benching Matic and Pogba especially, and Donny, for McTominay and Fred. That's not logical. I don't know a book or coach that would do that. But we've got one. And if we win the game, everyone will say, well, Ollie's right. And of course he's right, because if you win the game, you're right. But are we going to win a league title with those two? No. And I don't understand why he doesn't pick Nemanja Matic. He's the best holding midfielder we've got. The best 3 periods of time we've had under Ollie had Matic at CDM with Pogba in the midfield. And we seem to have turned our back on that to pick McTominay and Fred. I don't like them as a midfield pairing. I really don't. I don't think it will stop us winning the game. I hope they have a good game because I'm fed up of talking about them. But it doesn't make any sense to me why it happens. Zane says Saka's going to get a hat-trick today. Be a big win for Arsenal if they win against Brighton. 4 wins in a row. Saul says we need to see a good performance today. We've seen enough poor performances already this season and it's worrying. Ollie's desperate for McFred to work. He is hanging his job on it. He knows if he picks Donny and Matic and it works, it makes him look like a fool, says Neil. I don't get why Martial starts over Sancho when we'll probably sell him in January. I mean, Sultan, I like Martial. I think a lot of people will be very angry about him starting. I've got to say, even as a Martial fan, I'm stunned he's starting. I never would have predicted it. I mean, I was joking before. There's more chance of me starting than Martial and Donny. So I'm very, very surprised that he started them. I will fully admit that. I didn't expect that. Pepe starts Grealish every game, and Pep starts Grealish every game, and he hasn't been great, but it's the manager showing him trust. What must Sancho think? He hardly ever plays. Poor. I mean, you know, Sean, there is a lot to discuss about that lineup. I don't know whether we can get it up on the screen, but there's a lot to discuss about that lineup, because is Ronaldo happy to be... I still think I look really ghostly. I don't know what it is. I'll knock it down to standard and you can start messing around with it. 1 minute. 1 minute, everyone. I'm not happy with this, so 1 minute. I thought the Vivid would make it easier, but I think it's actually made it harder. We'll be working on the hop, everybody, for the moment. Yeah, you should be able to just go back. Well, I mean, instantly that looks better anyway, so you should be able to just mess about it. I think it's just a bit bright. Yeah, it's the interesting thing for me. I mean, look, as we work through this team, the interesting thing for me is Ronaldo. Ronaldo not starting. Will Ronaldo be happy not to start this game, first of all? I presume he is, because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. So he must be happy. Zane's laughing about something. I like Ollie as a player, but not as a manager, mate, says Martin M. And yeah, I mean, look, if you're Cristiano Ronaldo, are you happy that you're not starting in the game? That's the first thing. If he's not happy, then why is Ollie doing it? All I'm going to say about this game, I always like to have a few points. Risky team. You have to win. You have to win. If you're going to make those sort of changes, you have to win. And he cannot come out and say after the game, well, it's because of a quick turnaround. Because McTominay played on Wednesday for 90 minutes. He shouldn't be starting this game. Matic came on for 15 minutes and played brilliantly. Like, you're telling me Matic shouldn't start this game. So I'm not having the whole, it's about 2 games in a short period of time. I'm not having that. I don't think that's right at all. Maybe Ronaldo, but not in the midfield. I don't get that. I genuinely don't know why we bought Sancho. Still can't get in the starting lineup. I mean, look, you know, I can't believe Pogba's not starting. I can't believe it. I really cannot believe that we're not starting Paul Pogba in this game. I can't believe Ronaldo's not starting in this game. I really can't. Those two not starting in a game we need to win at home surprises me. It's a weird one, because I still think we'll win the game. But if we win the game, what do we think over the international break? What are we supposed to think? Because this is not our team. And are we going to have to get used to selections like this for the rest of the season, where you just don't know what he's going to do? You know, he might drop Rashford, he might drop Ronaldo, Rashford, and Pogba, and play people like he's played today. He has got a lot of players, and he's got a lot of players to keep happy. But I've got to say, I'm shocked by the team. I'm not angry with the team. I'm not shocked by the midfield. I think it's a shame, but I'm not shocked by that. But certainly the front three has surprised me. I never in a million years would have thought he would have gone with Cavani, Martial, and Greenwood. But Cavani looked very good the other night. Lingard must be thinking, hold on a minute. Why am I not starting? You know, so there's loads of things to discuss there. Mark, off topic, how's the chair? Planning to buy the 2022 version? Does it hold up well? Support your back enough? So, yeah, it's good, J-Pack, although my back's hurting a lot at the moment, to be fair, but I don't think it's anything to do with the chair. Smart decision to start Cavani today. We need his pressing game from the start, and Ronaldo needs a rest. I expect Van der Beek to get on in the second half, says Bill. Optimism, like to see it. Is it possible Ronaldo is benched because of his statement and his demands of changing the style of play? I doubt it, Ali. Our bench looks outrageous. Sancho should be starting to help him settle, and I'm hoping Shaw hasn't been rushed back, says Adam. You know what? If I was Donny van der Beek, I wouldn't even bother putting my kit on. I'd just wear a shirt and tie. There is no way Donny van der Beek's coming on, for the simple reason what the previous comment just said. He ain't coming on. Look at the bench. Lingard's going to come on before him. Ronaldo's going to come on before him. Pogba's going to come on before him. Sancho's going to come on before him. He can only make 3 subs. He's got absolutely zero. Matic will come on ahead of him. Donny's got no chance of starting in this game. He's probably benched all the players that had a go at him in the dresser. Who knows? He's probably a psychopath, says Hader. Donny better have slept with Ollie's daughter to not get picked, says Omka. Come on, there's no need for that. Get this fall out the club, McFred again, and to bench Sancho, our 73 million signing, Ollie out, says Josh. You know what? It's a dangerous game to start talking about stuff like that before the ball's been kicked. I think we will win. I'm surprised by the lineup. I'm not surprised by McFred. I expect this now. I'm surprised by the front four, but look, I still think, look at that Everton team, will be fine. The Tinkerman continues. How are we building a team when we're changing the team every week? Same old. Hope we get the win. Yeah. I'm sure we will get the win. I'm confident we'll get the win. I think a lot of people will be, concerned by that, but I think we'll be fine. I tell you what though, I'm just looking on social media. I think that a lot of people are just not happy with Martial starting. I do. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, just Jordy was just telling me in the air there about fancy Premier League. It's a lot of people. I didn't captain him in. I nearly did. I captained Lukaku instead, but I have got him in my team. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. It's just I can't say any more than that. It's an interesting one. I don't know why you buy Cristiano Ronaldo and you don't play. There will be quotes coming out from Ollie very soon, so we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what he's got to say. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. He should lose his job just for this team selection. I think people are going a little bit hard here, Ty. Mark, Ollie's the most stubborn manager ever. He's desperate for McFred to work. This is not sustainable. Time for him to play Angry Birds with Karaki, Suspector. I actually quite like that Ollie has changed the team. Last year, he played the same 12, 13 players. Good squad rotation. Let hope it plays off, says Rory Saunders. Yes and no, Rory. I mean, look, it's rotation. And if you want rotation, that's fine. But for me, technically it is rotation. I have to admit, but I don't see it as rotation because the midfield is the same two people I don't want to play together. I genuinely cannot be more kinder than to say that McTominay was at least and at best a 4 on Wednesday, and he starts the game over Matic. I don't get it. Fred's been poor every game this season, and he starts the game over Pogba. I don't know why we can't. I know lots of people want to talk about Donny. Well, here's a novel thing for you. I'm not mentioning Donny. Why can't we play Matic and Pogba? They have history of playing well together. Not for France, because it wouldn't work for Matic, obviously. Not for Chelsea. Not for Juventus. For Manchester United, our best periods of time have been with Matic and Pogba in our midfield three. They're both fit. Matic played well on Wednesday. Why is he not playing? Why can't we play Matic and Pogba in the midfield? And what happens after the international break when Rashford comes back? Where are we going to play Paul Pogba? And I just think this McTominay and Fred obsession is really frustrating because I don't want to talk about Donny because Donny, people are going, Donny this, Donny that. Look, Donny's never going to get a chance at this football club. Donny van der Beek is finished at this football club. I said it in the summer. People didn't want to hear it. But Matic and Pogba are still here. Just put £100 on Pochettino to be the new manager from 2021 onwards, says Wolf. Why are people outraged? Ollie clearly did this because folks haven't recovered. We should win with this team, calling him Tinkerman for using his squad, says Q. Go. But all right, mate. Why is McTominay playing then? If people haven't recovered, why is McTominay playing? He was useless against Villarreal, played 90 minutes, and he's playing another 90 minutes tonight when you could have started Matic. So I don't agree with that. I'm sure Ollie will come out and say it's about rotation, and I'm sure we'll win the game, and everyone can say, well, Ollie got it right. But ultimately, I don't agree with that. I think we would be fine playing in this. Maybe. I think with Ronaldo, you might be onto something. Maybe Ronaldo at his age, you don't want him playing 2 games in quick succession, but Mark, I thought we could manscape your defence, but your manager has no balls. Get ready for the masterclass this afternoon. Ollie should watch and learn on his iPad. I presume you're talking about Arsenal-Brighton. Cavani will be in the graveyard shift. Varane and Lindelof will be pringing long balls as they babysit McFred. They've got no special awareness or passing, says my big melons. And also, thanks, Kelton. And does Donny have to score 6 goals, run the most, cure COVID, and solve world hunger to be given a chance? Says Red Baron. You know what? I'm not even talking about this. I get it. I get people get frustrated with Donny, with the Donny situation. I get it. But to be honest with you, why are Matic and Pogba not playing in the midfield? That's my thing today. Sorry, Mark, I'm not taking this. You don't see Chelsea benching Lukaku. You don't see Liverpool dropping Salah. Big players win games, as you've seen midweek. He still can win as a game, Tyron. We'll just probably have to bring him on. Niall, thanks for becoming a member. Ollie rewards bad performances, says Jack Sparrow. Good point. McTominay Academy bias is unbelievable, says Quo. And he's not picking Pogba because he knows he's not going to sign a new contract. Mark this. I think he will see far less of Pogba with Rashford coming back, says Marcus Laird. Love the channel. Always watch you in the morning after I've stroked the log. I drink my coffee on the toilet. Danny Grass. Okay, thanks. Just realised what I've just said. Thanks for that, Danny. Martial ahead of Lingard, says Finza. I'm actually, I hadn't thought about Lingard, but I am quite surprised that Lingard isn't starting. Ricky's happy that Martial's starting. He's just messaged me. Let me just say, interesting lineup. I think Ricky will be quite happy with that lineup, though, because there's a lot of workers in there, isn't there? He's got Cavani, Martial he likes. So it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. I've got Levin on this morning. Right. Okay. This is 100% a test to see if this weaker team can beat the lesser teams in the league, saving the best players for the bigger games, says Cinematics. Well, it isn't really, is it? Because it's still picking the midfield. He's picked his strongest midfield, hasn't he? Again, it's McTominay, Fred, and Bruno. So, yeah, I think he's looking to rotate his midfield. Sorry, not his midfield. He's looking to rotate his attack. Shocked to see millions of dollars are benched just to see McFred on the pitch, says Ali Jabbar. And it'd be interesting to see how the midfield works out today. The thing about McTominay and Fred is they've got to have a good game at some point, haven't they? They've got to have a good game at some point. Let's hope this isn't one of those cup games, crap games where McFred moved the ball like a glazier and the changes makers play like they have never met before, says Brad Lewis. And what is Ollie doing? Van der Beek reminds me of what Jose did to Schweinsteiger, says Kyle. Reaction, selection. Ollie was not happy about how easily Villarreal tore through our midfield. McFred is his I'm scared and need a security blanket. I think you're absolutely spot on there. I think that's the best super chat we've had of the day. Not that the others haven't been good, but I think you're absolutely spot on. Ollie spoke about it in his press conference today. It's that security blanket. He can't figure it out. He doesn't know how to pick a midfield. His coaches don't know how to build a midfield. So basically, they give up. It's a white flag. Basically, it's basically let's stick McTominay and Fred in there to run around a lot because I don't know how to build a creative midfield pair. Really, it should be Matic and Pogba. None of this Donny stuff. It should be Matic and Pogba. But you're right. He just goes with that, and he probably looks at statistics. And Carricky probably says, Ollie, man, when we play McFred, we win a lot of games, mainly 1-0, but, look, fine margins. I think that's what we do, which is very surprising considering Michael Carrick's one of the best sort of number sixes I think the Premier League has ever had. They say the team with the strongest bench wins. Ollie clearly believes only that, says Omka. And Ollie just messed up my fancy Premier League points, says Clive. Yeah, he didn't quite mess mine up because I've got Luke Shaw and Greenwood, so... But I did have Ronaldo as well. But you know what? Ronaldo might come on score. It's easier to do high pressure with this team, says Per-Erik Klassen. If we do lose this game, which is a real fear, then someone has to go from that coaching setup. If it isn't Ollie, then someone has to go from the coaches, says Brad Lewis. Look, I'm all for constructive shock, surprise conversation about the lineup, but I don't think we're going to lose. I do not think we're going to lose. Look at that Everton lineup. It's Pickford in goal. Mina and Keane as the centre-backs, Godfrey and Digne as their full-backs, Godfrey in the bin. I want Martial having Godfrey on toast today. I demand it. Martial's the chef, and I want Godfrey on toast with plenty of salt. So, and then they've got, I mean, look, I think Everton's strongest area is Alan and Doucouré. Doucouré's been very good this season. They call Doucouré sort of like the B-Tech Pogba, because he's sort of like, he's very similar how he plays to Pogba, but he's not Paul Pogba. Alan is a good player. I think Alan, I'd have Alan at Manchester United because he's way better than any number 6 we've got other than Matic. Then they've got Townsend, Gray, Gordon, and Rondon. I mean, it's just not, if they cause us problems, then I think, we're interesting. I mean, just looking at BT Sports there, it's interesting, isn't it? Rio's gone with, everyone's got the same back 5. This is Rio's starting 11. He's got Fred, Fernandes, and Pogba with Rashford, Ronaldo, and Greenwood. I think Paul Ince had very much the same team, but he went with Sancho on the left. Sorry, Greenwood on the left, Sancho on the right, and he went with Matic instead of Fred. I would go Matic, Pogba, and Bruno as mine as well, but I would go Ronaldo, Sancho, and Rashford. So, look, the telling point is all of us put Paul Pogba in our midfield, whether it's Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, Paul Ince, or us. We all put Paul Pogba in our midfield, and Ollie doesn't, and that's the sad thing for me. This is probably why people start talking about having another manager. I'd rather have Ryan Giggs in charge of Manchester United because I know he would pick Paul Pogba. Rio Ferdinand would pick Paul Pogba. That doesn't mean I'm Ollie out, but what I'm saying is I'm just fed up of our manager and our coaching setup favouring 2 workhorses. And I don't understand why people like Nemanja Matic and Paul Pogba are on the bench. They're streets ahead of McTominay and Fred. Fred's only just got back into the Brazil side. McTominay, I mean, he's just not that good. Paul Pogba's won a World Cup. Nemanja Matic has won Premier League titles. Now, why can't we get the best out of them? And if somebody says to me again, Matic is too old, why don't we sell him in the summer then? Why has he got a squad number? If you're too old, why are you still here? If you're not good enough, get rid of him. Simple as that. What do you think will happen if we are 2-0 down at half time? Do you think Ollie will have the balls to change it since he never makes subs? We're not going to be out of this game like that, Mole. We will not be out of this game like that. We might be 0-0. We might be 1-1. We won't be out of this game 2 or 3-0 down against this side. No one should be surprised here with what Ollie has done with McFred. He's more stubborn than Mourinho, says Mario. He's a very stubborn manager. I still think we're going to win, but long term, I worry. You can't win a title with a team like that. And obviously, that's not his best 11 today. But you can't win a title with a midfield like that. And that's his best midfield. It doesn't matter who top 4 is. It's not like they're going to get service. Ollie the Wally, bring on Donny, says Kevin. I don't like talking about the game before it's kicked off because we could go out today and beat them 4-0. Remember when we beat PSG in France? We played McTominay and Fred. So, we can go out and win the game. Just woke up and saw the starting lineup. Is Ollie trying to lose the match on purpose or something? Says Oz. Hi, Mark. What do you think if we don't push fullbacks to attack? They just sit back and defend and not to use any CDM. That's what Michael Owen is saying on match day. Says United Voice. AG Singh, thanks very much. He says, fun fact, September 2020, a movie called Moneyball was released on Netflix. Ever since then, McFred have reached over Matic and Pogba, Ollie, Netflix, and chill, says AG Singh. Well, Moneyball's a very good film, actually. And Moneyball, you would pick McFred over Pogba and Matic, definitely. The Moneyball approach, because it's all about stats and percentages, isn't it? Would be interesting to see just how animated Ronaldo is from the bench, says Omar. Ollie said he needs to rotate and manage the minutes. Then why not rotate the midfield instead of rotating everything else other than that, says Ahmed. And Ronaldo, Pogba will be the only subs. No chance for Donny or Sancho today, I think, says Francisco. Yeah, there's never any chance of Donny anyway. But the interesting thing is, here's a stat for you. I'm sure some stat man will tweet it out later. If Donny van der Beek got man of the match against West Ham, universally. Some people don't agree with that, but he was universally man of the match, right? Gets man of the match against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Manchester United have played 360 minutes at the end of this game. 4 games. He's not played a minute since. He's not even come on as a sub for 5 minutes. So, there's your answer to the Donny van der Beek solution. Would would take Alan and Decore over McFred. I would. Everton are going to run the midfield today and players off the park. We're probably going to get lucky win, says PA, not from PA. As I said, it's a dangerous game. You could easily predict that United are not going to win this game. And then what happens? We turn up and we win it. So, it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. Okay, no worries. Ollie's not serious enough, only when it matters. I'm just trying to see if we've got any quotes coming in yet, because he will speak to the press just before the game, Ollie. So I'm sure it'll be the stuff we expect. Okay, so here we go. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on his team selection today. Wednesday night was a big effort, a big emotional and physical output, so we needed to freshen it up when it's an early kickoff. The start of this game is going to be very important. And yeah, but I disagree, Ollie. I'm sorry, I disagree with that. And I agree to an extent. I do agree to an extent. Cavani's going to be all over this. Fred's going to be all over this. But Scott McTominay played badly against Villarreal for 90 minutes, and you're starting him in a game. You're being a hypocrite, because you're saying I want to freshen it up, and and then you're going to pick McTominay, who not only played badly, played for 90 minutes. Why would you not? Why would you not bring fresh legs into that midfield? Why would you not bring a Matic in, who finished? We won the game because of Matic, basically. I know we won it because of Ronaldo and Telles, but Matic made us get hold of that midfield, which we were losing for 75 minutes before he came on. So I disagree with that. He said about Cavani and Martial, I know they're good players. They know they're going to be important for us if we're going to be successful this season. We need to rotate. We need to manage the minutes. We need to make sure we're a big squad and we're together. I like that. I like that from Ollie. I do like that. And rotation is important. So I do like that. I just would love to have seen some more in the midfield. We've had a chat about subs making an impact. They did last game. That might be the case at some point this season, and that might be today. So yeah, look at the bench. Look at the bench. Is Levin on now? Yeah. Okay, let's have a chat then. Levin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Look, last night, yeah, we were all like excited. We were like, guys, everyone be calm. We know McFred's gonna be, and they are. But I was not expecting the rest of the rotation. I'll be real, Mark. I did not expect him to rotate the way he has, but to be fair, I'm still not like triggered, I'm still sort of like, okay, maybe it's going to take a lot for me to get to the point where like I'm raging, right? But I'm still sort of like, okay, I guess I see it, I guess. Surprised he didn't start Ronaldo. I thought that was always just going to be like, you start Ronaldo every time, but fair enough to him. Cavani did all the people last night who was spamming, Cavani's got to start, he's got to start. There you go, he's starting. So let's see how he does.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's one of those where, look, you look at the team, you go, wow, if anybody predicted that 11, fair play. I want the lottery numbers, because I just don't think anybody, I mean, Martial, I don't think anyone would have put in. I don't think anyone would have thought Ronaldo wouldn't start either. So look, there is a few changes in there that are very surprising, but I still think we're going to win. And therefore, you're getting stressed and angry about a starting 11 that's still going to win the game for Manchester United. I think it only becomes an issue if we don't win. But look, Ollie said it himself. Some people are tired after Wednesday night. Let's start off with the Ronaldo one. My personal take on it was, as long as Ronaldo's okay with it, there's not really an issue, apart from the fact that we all want to see Ronaldo play.
Yeah, and look, I found a lot of peace in my life last season. Right, last year I was at uni, me and my mates, we'd be in our, we'd be in my room, waiting to watch the match. We're sitting on our phones, refreshing, waiting for the lineup, and sometimes you see the lineup and you're fuming, and your whole day's ruined. We've not even played yet, but your whole day's ruined because you see the lineup. And one day I just thought to myself, you know what, yeah, on the lineup, man, I'm not even thinking about the lineup no more, and I found a lot of peace in myself once I started thinking that way.
Yeah.
And honestly, it sounds a bit mad, but I'd advise the same time, because honestly, you will end up like that. I'm seeing a lot of people who are really, really triggered and really upset.
I used to be the same. I used to be exactly the same. I used to sit here in Mourinho days, and like the last start, obviously we still did watchalongs. I'd be like, "He's a bloody idiot! He's an idiot!" Oh, and then you go win the game. And like,
exactly.
I remember being at Old Trafford when we played Chelsea, and Mourinho was in charge, and he picked some weird team. And everyone's going, he's got to go, he's got to go. We went and won 2-0. It was that game where Herrera basically magnetised himself to Hazard. So, yeah, look, there's teams. Yeah, I think you tell it. You know, looking at that team, I'm sure there's things that you'd go, And what are those things?
You go, I know a lot of people going, Donny. Like my whole phone is filled with people DMing me about Donny. Of course, Ronaldo, Martial. I'm sure a lot of people are a bit, suspect about. And Fred McTominay. Look, the one thing I will say is the reason why I knew he was going to play Fred McTominay, not just because he loves Fred McTominay, but in the press conference after the Villarreal game, he put an emphasis on. Always pay attention to what he put emphasis on. He put emphasis on we were getting beat in transition. Scott was all alone in midfield, right? He put an emphasis on that. And all that said to me was, oh yeah, he misses Fred. He misses Fred already, right? So I knew straight away that that's what it was going to be. And obviously he's been talking now about, rotation being important. It's a shame because once again, if rotation's so important and, Donny is not going to get a chance, because I don't think Donny's going to be subbed on, then where is his place in the team? We're not in the Carabao Cup anymore. So he's not playing in the Carabao Cup. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not surprised by the team. I hope we can go out there and put in a job. This team is good enough to go out there and put in a serious job. This is the team that we had for a lot of last year, right? Technically, it's set for maybe what? Minus Maguire plus Varane, and then I guess you have Rashford on the left instead of Martial. So this team's good enough. It seems good enough. I expect to win.
Not just a huge rotation, is it? It's just Ronaldo and Pogba as dark force. Ollie is sentimental enough, pencils players in who have done well against Everton, Martial and Cavani, says Naveen. Welcome to the Members Club. Panda, what's the reason behind rotating Ronnie and Pogba before an international break? It's not like we're playing next week. Can't Ollie see that, says Chiri. Ollie knows Everton will sit back and defend, plays McFred to invite them out their half and then hit them on the break with the pace of Cavani, says he. And I think there's a tinge of sarcasm in that. If we don't win, then we'll absolutely see an explosion in the fan base with a mushroom cloud. We are not consistent enough to take any game as won, says Brad Lewis. Yeah, and look, I don't think either is, I think that's what we're saying, Levin, isn't it? We're sort of like, look, we wouldn't pick that team, but the game hasn't kicked off. We win that game, we're all happy. You lose that game, let the mushroom cloud erupt. That's base. Of course there's concerns, but ultimately, even if it goes wrong, he's got what 200 and something million pounds of talent on the bench. It's worth. That bench is worth more than most Premier League squads. So he's got that to fall back on.
Yeah, and look, as much as people are fed up with Ollie and they are done with Ollie, you got to give him credit where credit's due. Last game against Villarreal, we weren't playing well. He made some changes and they helped impact the game and we won the game. Now, the one thing that there is, a lot of attention and eyes on is how we actually play. Because the reality is as much as we won and, the win was exciting, you're allowed to feel two ways about things, right? I think people are sometimes get it twisted. You can't, think we played bad and also be happy about the win. So if you thought we played bad, you must be, delusional, all this. We need to make sure we're playing good football. We need to make sure we're playing good football. We all want to see good football. The reality is we haven't really seen the greatest football in about 4 or 5 games now. And so we can't afford to be finishing this match. Even if we do win, we can't afford to be finishing this match going, oh yeah, that football's a bit dodgy. We played a bit bad, and we had a last minute winner. Ronaldo was subbed on and scored a header or something. We can't, as much as that might be exciting to watch, I don't want that. I want us to just go out there and really just hammer them, right? We need that kind of a performance where our starters, not the backup players, our starters are just hammering a team for 90 minutes and we actually, score goals and are clinical. That's what we need right now, especially going into international break, Mark.
Yeah, definitely. Kevin Barrett says, thanks for the super chat. He says, didn't McTominay just come back from an injury? Yeah, it's an interesting point, actually. Ollie talks about rotation. McTominay's just been out for a month with a groin problem. He's now going to play 3 games in a week exactly. So, yeah, that's rotation for you. The only way we won't see Fred is if Darren Fletcher does the same thing he did with Dan James and sell while Ollie's asleep. Says Brad Lewis. And our fullbacks go forward, exposing centre-backs, forcing Ollie to play our 2 average CDMs, either get a proper CDM or ask our fullbacks to stay back, says Matthews. And Mark, do you think it's true Ollie really does not know how to use his players and he proves it at every game, says Pratyush. And Alan and Decore will totally dominate Mifred. We are going to lose at home 3-0. Ollie is worse than Dave Sexton, says Rob. I don't see that at all, Levin. I don't know about you. How do you think this game is going to go? Because I think, maybe McTominay and Fred put in a prime, Kante Pogba-esque performance. Maybe they do something amazing, but I don't think we'll get overrun in the midfield. I think we will. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll win.
I think we'll win as well, but I just don't know anymore, Mark. That's the scary thing about this season. I don't know that we are going to win that midfield battle. I don't know that we're going to win this game comfortably. And, I think you look at some of the other teams in the league, they're going into some of these types of games going, yeah, we're going to win, right? And we don't know we're going to win. We've not been great at home. It's been a bit weird. It's been a bit weird. I think you'd expect us to do well, but Alan and Decore have been great this season. They have, honestly. I remember I was talking to someone about them a couple of weeks ago, and like they have been really strong. And that's something to pay attention to. But all I can hope is that we just win. We can't afford to lose, because, like you said, the mushroom cloud and whatnot, it will be awful. Like, and what happens if we lose this game is you will go into the international break hearing reports about Zidane's been contacted or da-da-da-da. But you will hear, even if it's not true from the club's perspective, you will start to hear it, because it's just going to be 2 weeks of us just thinking about this bad run of games we've had going into
especially
the
with the games
break
that we will have coming back after the autumnal break as well.
Exactly.
But look, I think we're going to win. You think we're going to win. Neither of us can guarantee it's going to be sexy, exciting, or anything like that. But we do think we're going to win. Let's play devil's advocate. I totally agree that there's a lot. Well, I can visibly see there's a lot of people in the chat that aren't very happy. If only Ollie's football tactics was as deep as that dude's voice. Ollie out, this dude's voice in. That dude's Ellen. Levin. Ellen. Don't tell the wife. Max says, get Pogba and Ronnie in my fancy Premier League team. Why, Ollie, says Max. And I feel we've become Arsenal under Wenger. Went with the title break into top four.
We're going to have to take a pause here. Who's Ellen, Mark?
I don't know who Ellen is.
Ellen?
I don't know anyone called Ellen.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't have an Ellen in my phone. All my DMs.
I see you, Mark. I see you. You know
it's
what?
Close to 11.
Yeah.
Like 11,
you know what? Game appreciates game. Game appreciates game. I respect that.
Anyway, moving on. McFred pivot too weak to transition passes quick enough, which is what Ronaldo complains about. McTominay should be alone on that pivot. Pogba and Bruno on the 10 and the 8, says Agona. Let's play devil's advocate, because there's a lot of people in the chat saying they're not happy with the team. They think we're going to be struggling today. I can see that, to be fair, Levin. I don't know about you. I can see that, because let's be honest, Martial hasn't had a good game for United for probably over a year. So that's a player that could have a quiet game. Greenwood can be hot and cold. He could, have a game where he's not going to provide much service. Cavani, we've seen in the graveyard shift before. We've seen Bruno have quiet games. We know about McTominay and Fred. Shaw's not been that good since he's come back from the Euros. You could see how that team could struggle.
No, definitely. I think, for the people who are like very frustrated and angry by the team, like I think it's reasonable, because any questions you have around, the manager right now are valid. Whether you want to believe that or not, whether you think, that's unfair or not, they are valid, because it hasn't been great. And you're right, you do look at some of the players in the team and you do go, how's that going to work? How are we going to be much different from some of the poor performances we've seen over the past couple of games? And I don't think there is anything that makes me go, oh yeah, we're going to be very, very different. You just sort of have to hope that stuff's gone on in the training pitch, and we have to hope we get the best out of certain players today. I hope Martial has a good game, because you're right, I think there will be a lot of eyes on him. There'll be a lot of eyes on McFred, and so hopefully Fred's not going to give the ball too many times. I'm saying hopefully, but we all know that's probably going to happen. I have to hope that Lindelof doesn't get exposed by, whoever. Who are they playing up front today? Rondon?
Varane's, well, yeah. I mean, look, that's an interesting point, because remember the West Brom game? They had that striker and he just bullied Lindelof.
Oh, yeah. What's up with his name?
We always moaned about that Maguire was always the spare centre-back, but I suspect Varane will be the spare centre back, and the striker. You're going to attach yourself to Lindelof, aren't you? If you're a if you're a centre forward. So yeah, he is. And you know, I don't think Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka work well either. We see Wan-Bissaka getting very confused when he plays with Lindelof. He gets sucked in. So you know,
that was always weird to me because I didn't understand why Lindelof was playing on the right-hand side again when he was playing with Varane. I would have thought Varane would stay on the right-hand side where he plays when it's Maguire, who it's going to be Maguire the majority of the time, and then Lindelof would tuck in on the left. But he's gone with Varane. He's gone with Lindelof on the right. And to be fair, I watched back the game against Villarreal, and I don't actually think Lindelof was bad. I think Lindelof actually, you look at that game, and Lindelof did a lot of things right, considering how bad it was with Delot on the right-hand side. I think Lindelof did a lot of things right. I think it was more so on Delot and other people than it was on Lindelof. So I don't think Lindelof's been bad. For people who might be going, what do you mean? Lindelof's been, I actually think Lindelof's been quite good this season. And so I'll give him credit for that. But, that is going to be something to watch out for because, like you said, opponent strikers will look to attach yourself to Lindelof because he is sort of a less physical sort of centre-back. But hopefully we just don't get exposed. We just have to hope that isn't a problem.
Summerjit says, I think even God doesn't know why he does things like this. This lineup isn't worth analysing. I think he probably wasn't sober while deciding. And if you're a good midfielder like Camavinga or Bellingham, you see Ollie starting McFred week after week instead of Donny. Why would you come to play for United? It's Grant Fisher. I've got to be honest, the Donny thing is even irritating me now. That McTominay Fred thing, to me, I don't even, it's not even about Donny. I would have picked Matic and Pogba. I can't understand why we don't pick Matic and Pogba. Matic is our best holding midfielder, and Pogba works well with Matic. That's the thing for me. Yeah, I get it. I know people want Donny van de Beek to play football, but I can't believe Nemanja Matic and Paul Pogba are sat on a bench and McTominay and Fred are starting in a Man United midfield. I just can't imagine if this was Chelsea, Liverpool or Man City, Levin, that Pep Guardiola would put Pogba and Matic on the bench to play McTominay and Fred, or Klopp would do it, or Tuchel would do it. I do not. It's not about Donny for me. I think there is a really good midfield combination, and it's Matic and Pogba, and he just won't play it.
Yeah, and look, the truth is, I like Donny, and I want to see Donny play more football. He's not played enough football. These things are all true, but it's almost at the point where we do just have to accept that he's not part of the rotation. He's not a backup to anybody. He's third or fourth option at best in almost every position you could think to play in. And so the quicker we sort of understand that and then look at some of the other more egregious things, because you're almost right, Mark, where it's like, I'm looking at that thinking, I understand the weaknesses of a Matic Pogba pivot, but ultimately they are just much better than McFred when it comes to us playing better football and really being able to dominate a game. And so I'd rather see them. If it means maybe we get caught out in transition sometimes because Pogba's out of position and Matic gets burnt a bit, I think I'd rather see that because I think on the other side, you do just get much better attacking football. So, yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating that we're not seeing these guys. And look, like you said earlier, maybe we're going to see Fred turn into prime Kante and McTominay turn into prime, I don't know, Pirlo or something, right? Like maybe that's what it's going to be. But realistically, no, isn't it?
And what I would say is, it's not the player's fault. McTominay and Fred aren't bullying Ollie to pick him. Don't you dare think about picking. Hey, Ollie, don't you dare think about picking Pogba and Matic. Even though McTominay is Scottish and he doesn't speak with a Scottish accent, I just thought it brought a bit of comedy to it. Yeah. But they don't pick themselves. They get picked by Ollie. And ultimately, I think, we don't want to admit it. Ollie inners, Ollie doubters, Ollie outers. Nobody really wants to admit it. Well, maybe Ollie outers do. But the cold, harsh facts are we don't know how to build a midfield unless it's two people who you tell to run around a lot and energy, trust and desire. Ollie said it himself about them on Wednesday. He said, I like the pair because they've got energy, trust and desire, Levin. There was no mention about they can run the game, get their foot on the ball, spray a pass, read the game, pick up the runners, conduct the team. There was nothing football related. He likes to pick them because of energy, desire and passion. And if you do pick a Matic and a Pogba, you've got to go to a different level tactically. You've got to, you can't just tell Pogba and Matic to go out there and put some energy in, enjoy yourselves. They're proper footballers. And I think, unfortunately, the tactical question is always the question mark. And It's easier to send McTominay and Fred out to do a job in the midfield than it is Matic and Pogba if you actually are a little bit naive tactically.
Yeah, and look, I think it's going to become a big problem for him, because the reality is a lot of people are convinced he doesn't know anything about tactics, and whether he does or doesn't, he doesn't actually help himself, because he almost refuses to almost acknowledge that side of the game, and he doesn't talk about these things, which hurts his actual image as a manager, right? And it's going to be a problem for him, because you're right, people look for answers and people look for reasoning, and you can't find any, and so you do start to question, oh, hold on a minute, why aren't you, maybe going with the more sort of technical players who allow us to play a more expansive style of football, which you claim you want us to play? And I think it's just a lot of he's being risk averse, right? Where he's looking at that Villarreal game and going, they caught us out in transition a couple times, and it was only Scott there. If I had Fred there with Scott, we'd be better off, right? He's not thinking the other side of things. He's thinking about how we almost got exposed, rather than thinking about how we can expose the teams we're playing more, right? So instead of thinking,
it's a defensive action, isn't it? It's a defensive instead of offensive.
Exactly. Instead of thinking, we got caught in transition, let me play, Fred next to Scott this time. You should be thinking, Scott wasn't able to get the ball forward enough. Maybe I should be playing Matic and Pogba there. And, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just how he thinks about things. And I think he's very much talked about how he is more of, he wants us to play attacking side of things or whatever. But everything about what he does tells me he is more worried about the defensive side of the game. So take that for what you will.
I got a super chat from Owen McNally. He says, we've paid 72 million for Sancho to start him on the bench again. Mark, you said we're not going to run over in midfield. I absolutely disagree. Alan Decore are much better than McFred. Everton are going to play us off the park. Also, chart show tomorrow. Yes, that is back tomorrow, PA. This game is going to be even worse to watch than Villarreal, says Shinton and Henrik. Thank you very much. You know what? I mean, I'm not going to talk about Sancho, Levin, because we spoke about him in depth last night, and we both sort of agreed that, look, we believe he will become a good player, but I understand why people are worried about it, because look what's happened with Donny and Ahmed, etc. But I'm back to the game, because we're very close to kickoff. Everything everybody's saying, all the concerns, all the midfield's going to get dominated, all that's not a great team, it's going to worry. I just have a feeling we're going to get something today that's going to actually put smiles on the face, and I think I think we might go and win. Maybe we get an early penalty and that blows Everton's confidence or something. I just got a feeling that all this moaning is going to be one of those times where we moan and actually we're going to win. I do.
I hope so, Mark. I sincerely
want to commit. He doesn't
so.
want to commit. Look, yeah.
No, but I don't want to commit, just because you look at this season and we've not started off games well. We've not started off games well at all. If the Premier League was only like the first half or something, like, obviously it's only been 6 games, but if the Premier League was only first half results, I think we'd be something like 7th or 8th. If it was only second half results, we'd be top of the league. And we've not started off games well. We've not done a good job in the first half at getting goals and stopping opposition from scoring goals. And I don't just see that changing overnight. I feel like that will have to be a gradual thing that we see an improvement on. But once again, you never know. And to be fair, with this lineup, I am genuinely just going to be watching the game and sort of sitting back and just trying to enjoy the game. I'm not going to try and overanalyze anything, because ultimately you can almost frustrate yourself doing that. So I'm really just going to try to sit back and enjoy this game, because that's what football should be sometimes. Sometimes you just got to enjoy it, not read too much into things. If we win, I'm going to try and enjoy that win as much as possible, and that's all I can hope for. Not a loss or a draw. A draw would be awful.
Amen to that. I think that game on Wednesday, just, it's a different watch. It's a different watch when you're listening and you're interacting with people. And, I think I didn't get the enjoyment out of that I should have got. And I feel guilty about that, because it was such a bad performance for so long that you felt, I don't want to be sat there going Villarreal didn't deserve to lose, because as a United fan, it's like, up yours, we won. I just want to watch United and be like, I enjoyed that. And, I don't want to go through Villarreal. So I hope a lot of people predicting a bad result and a bad performance are wrong, because I just don't want that mood. It's an early kickoff on a Saturday. Everyone else has got to play. I don't want to be the first result and it be a bad result. I want to be sat there knowing that, yeah, we're going into the international break. We're in quite a good position, tough games afterwards. I really hope we get a performance. But I do agree, it's very difficult to go and get I mean, this is a great point, Levin. It's very difficult. Somebody said this as well. It's very difficult to go and have, we've not played good football anyway. So it's very difficult for United to go and put out a fluid, exciting performance when actually there's quite a lot of changes in that team.
Yeah. And that's the big thing, right? Because I think a lot of people will be expecting us to play much better football. But that's not just going to happen after 2 days, 48 hours plus changes in the lineup, so I wouldn't be holding your breath to see us play, fluid football or anything like that. I want to try to be a bit more optimistic. Hopefully with, the likes of Shaw back in the team. Wait, Shaw is back in the team, right? I'm not bugging, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shaw's back in the team. Hopefully we see a good game out of him. I think it's been, we've been waiting for like a last season type Shaw game. And the Cavani, I just hope. What was that? I just hope something dropped. I just hope Cavani can have a really good game and really excite people, because he's not started a game in front of for Old Trafford, has he? I don't think he has.
Probably not. No.
Yeah. So his first start, in Old Trafford with a full crowd. Hopefully, that's something to push him forward and really be a special moment for him. It definitely can be. Last time he started in front of even a partially full Old Trafford crowd, he scored from the flipping halfway line, right? So hopefully we can get something good out of him.
Yeah, I think we will. Personally, don't like McFred in the setup at the moment, but what if United wins the Premier League? Because at this point, you can never be 100% sure. I mean, look, I build a statue for McTominay and Fred if we win the Premier League. I mean, that's what it's all about. Gross misuse of world-class talent with the team selection and tactics. He's trying to play like Cardiff with world-class players, says Rob. Okay, well, look, we're only 4 minutes away from kickoff. We'll let Levin go. Levin on the fan forum again.
Yeah, you can catch me on the fan forum with some panelists who may or may not be known by myself at the moment right now, but just know you're going to get some great opinion on there. So I know Kev's there. I think.
Oh, yeah. I think Jay might be on there, who I've already seen in the message group saying Ollie went to clown college. So you can tell he's in an optimistic mood already.
I better hope we win. I'm looking forward to it. So be sure to check that out after the watch along. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys all there.
Cheers, Levin. I'll speak to you in a minute, mate.
Have a good day. Enjoy the game.
You too, pal. Great points from Levin as normal. We're only a few minutes away from the start of the game now. Players and managers are coming onto the pitch. I mean, look, one thing we didn't mention, and I must mention, the crowd, the Old Trafford crowd. Mike Phelan was tweeting about it this morning. They're not stupid. Ollie and the coaching setup know how important the crowd is and was on Wednesday. So, look, there's Ronaldo. Do you think he looks happy? I don't think he looks that happy, but, is it? I don't know. As I said, as long as Ronaldo has said to Ollie, I'd rather not play, then that's fine. But if Ollie said to Ronaldo, you're not playing, that's a different matter, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Nice jumper, Mark. Where do you get it, mate? Links in the video description. We do ship worldwide. The link is in the video description. We've also got a Viva Ronaldo one. We've got Rashford stuff, all sorts of stuff. So links in the video description. You can get yours and ship worldwide. Get your orders in. In fact, we're just working on some Christmas stuff, actually. So get your orders in. Links in the video description. What I was going to say is please smash a like on the video and make sure you subscribe bottom right-hand corner, because as you can see, we're actually closer than that. We're only 300 subscribers away from 150,000. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe and get involved with the channel. We're live straight after the game with my match reaction, obviously live all the way through. Second half, you can do your player ratings, which we do on the match reaction. We always look forward to that. Then we've got the fan forum. Then we've got people like Adam and Beth who are at the game. They'll do their fan vlogs as well. 8 o'clock tonight is the breakdown show where I go through all the tactics stuff. And hopefully we'll be doing a positive breakdown. Tomorrow morning, we've got the chart show, which is a weekly show where we rank the United players a bit like the old top of the pops. Who's going to be number one this week. As things stand, it's a bit like when the sales come out on a Wednesday. At the moment, the current number one at Wednesday is this. But at the moment, I would say David De Gea is number one. But you never know. There's an opportunity for people today. Good afternoon, Mark, mods and chat. Martial to sit down the haters today, says Luke. I'd love Martial to play well today. Playing off the left as well. Andrew O'Brien says 280 million in transfers on the bench. If I was the Glazers, I would sack Ollie purely on the grounds of financial management. I'm not mentally prepared for this game, says Jay. I just want to see a good game, Jay. That's what I want to see. I just want to see a good game. I mean, you know, I look at Scott McTominay and I just feel depressed. I want to look at Scott McTominay and feel happy. And that's not, I don't know what the guy's like as a person, but as a player, he just depresses me, as does Fred. I want to say, you know, at some point, there must be something happening behind the scenes with these players because, you know, we're constantly talking about that midfield. I just want to see Pogba and Matic. And every week we see McTominay and Fred. I'm not asking too much. I'm asking for two better players to play in the midfield. So at some point, I just want to see what it's all about, why we keep doing it. And then I'll shut up and say, look, you know what? We've seen what they can do. But they only ever seem to be able to do it against Leeds, who play wide open football. So let's see what happens. It's a packed Old Trafford anyway. If United play well today, I'll celebrate with a Sue, says Frybrook. Hey, look, let's get back to the most important thing here. Ben Godfrey, they get the late equaliser against us last season. He turns around to the camera and says F off to all the United players and the world, basically. So don't sleep on Ben Godfrey. I want him on toast today. So let's see what happens with that. But yeah, please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And I'm really hoping that we see a good performance from United today. You know, I just want to see Fred or McTominay get hold of the ball and pass it quick. You know, none of the pivots, none of the bloody poor passes. Get hold of that ball and pass it quickly. You know, let's do it. Let's go out there and go and win. All those fans that bought tickets to see Ronaldo play and Ollie puts him on the bench, it would be ironic if he loses his job due to this commercial blunder, says Imrano TV. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And anybody talking about the Glazers, just remember, nearly everybody on the board at Manchester United is not a Manchester United fan. The people who run the communications, socials, everything, they're not Manchester United fans. They're just people brought in to do a job because they've got good experience in it. That football club has got very little identity in it in the boardroom. So don't think that they're looking at it going, why is Ronaldo not playing? What's he doing with that team? They're more likely to be, you know, logging onto their online banking than they are to be watching this game. It's a business, not a football club. Anyway, Michael Oliver is the referee. Wouldn't be surprised. It's a bit wet. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a penalty today, but we're just about to kick off here. Everton going to kick it off. United will be attacking the Stretford end in the second half, which is always a good thing, as we saw on Wednesday night. We're off. And Everton boot it long. So, look, I'm really into this today. I really want to see, you know, United playing good football, high tempo. I'm asking for a miracle, I know, but it's what I want to see. I want to see some good play today. But look at the Everton press. It's high already. Damari Gray there as well. Now, look at McTominay again. He's already doing the same thing he did on Wednesday. He's not coming for the ball. Neither's Fred. That's it. Now, that's better from McTominay. It's almost like he watched the video I did the other day. Look, he's pulled to the right. He didn't do that. That's brilliant from McTominay, where he is now. Absolutely brilliant. It's almost like they watched the bloody clip that we were talking about. He's actually pulling out to get the ball. Perfect. That's much better already. Much better from McTominay already. He didn't do it once against Villarreal. I actually put a video out on Twitter yesterday, exactly what Matic does. So you've got to pull out. But it looks to me like we're playing a pivot. We're not playing with 1-6. So whilst McTominay does it, Fred's got to do it as well. It's not just 1-6 today like it was on Wednesday. So here we go. McTominay on the ball. Tries to feed Bruno in. Everton get it. Pickford clears it. Ooh, could have been loose. I just want to know who Carrick is on the phone to, says Levin 2K. What do you think this is all about? We got the games here in the US, so thank you, Mark, for the show. I need to get a birthday win. Well, we don't get the games, says Jill. Okay, well, we'll keep you updated as best we can. Please smash a like on the video and share if you're watching. Make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 150k. But United here with the ball. Wouldn't say it's been a quick start. Wan-Bissaka. Nice to have Wan-Bissaka back in the team as well. Greenwood into Wan-Bissaka. Does well, but Nice flick by McTominay there. He's had a better start. He's had a better 2 minutes, McTominay, than he had in the whole 90 on Wednesday night. So he's had a decent start there. Yeah, Ronaldo is on the bench. Zaid's watching from Australia. Massive shout out to the United fan base as well. If you are a United fan, I appreciate not all of you will be United fans. Some people just watch it hoping that we're going to lose. But yeah, wherever you're in the world, you're very welcome. Thank you very much. Please share the video. There's a share button. We're trying to get up to 150,000 subscribers today. Bruno on the edge. 1-2 into Shaw. Back to Bruno. Back to Shaw. Pickford is there. Better from United there. Nice little combinations here between Bruno and Shaw. Simple, you see. One-touch passing as well. We don't see that very often as well. Why is Jones not starting, says Grant? Well, with the rotation today, he might have been. Good start, 3-0, says Thomas. Yeah, I fancy us to win today. But there you go. I mean, look at that ball that's came into Alan. No look pass to his left back. That's the tempo and speed you want from your midfielder. And I don't enjoy watching midfielders of other clubs knocking the ball around effectively. Carlo says he's watching from the moon. Send help. We'll send Elon Musk. There's Fred. It's a Shaw. Oh, well, Luke Shaw. That's worked out quite well from Shaw there. But Bruno works back. Good ball by Fred. Better tempo. Ronaldo on the bench for punishment for criticism of slow play, says give it to Mikey. I don't think he did do that, to be honest. It's a good start from McTominay and Fred, to be honest with you. You know, I'll always praise something when it's good. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it was good, but it's not bad. But we're moving the ball around much better. Both McTominay and Fred are moving the ball around a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. There's Damari Gray. We've got to be careful of their speed on the break. And De Gea's got that. 5-minute press is pointless games. Yeah, Everton have had a quiet start. United have had a decent start. Hopefully we can keep that going. Some good passes from Fred and McTominay in the first few minutes. Martial with gloves is back. Everton be worried, says Saj. He's not had a touch yet. We're going down the right-hand side a lot, to be fair. There's Godfrey. Boo! Oh God, Fred's touch is on it today. He's got the Brazilian flair going today, I'm telling you. To be fair, we're actually moving I'll call it. We're moving the ball quite well today. There's been barely a bad pass from anybody. Wan-Bissaka, good cross. It's got to be a goal. Oh, Martial on the back post. He should have scored. Decent start from Manchester United, but he's got to score there. I tell you what, he'll be fuming with that. Wan-Bissaka assist. Godfrey on the floor. No, it wasn't Godfrey. It was Godfrey's out of position. It's Townsend. He's got to score. He's got to get it on target. Martial there. He's not happy, Ollie. Also, from a purely managerial standpoint, you cannot start a player the next game after the antics sends the wrong message to the other bench players. Says M.A. United dressing room. Ollie, right. Carricky, have you got Goldbridge's last match reaction for today's tactics? Carrick, why, man? It's right here, boss, says Luke 82. Scott and Fred are horrible. If we win, it's despite and not because of them, says Gertrude. Well, look, I'm not going to pretend that I wouldn't start Pogba and Matic over McTominay and Fred. I'm not an idiot, but they've not been terrible at the start of this game. They've moved the ball quite well. Everton have not had a very good start, actually. Free kick there, Bruno. And we've had a good chance, yeah. Martial should have scored. Good cross. Bruno there, a little bit late. We're only 100 subscribers away from 150,000. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, bottom right-hand corner, we're live every day at 8 o'clock and every morning show at 10 o'clock. Plus, when it's a match day, lots of content for you on the United stand. So get involved with the channel. We've already had, no, not had quite had 10 minutes yet, but Everton not really able to get the ball here. United are dominant on the ball at the moment. It's been a good start from United considering the changes that we've made. There is a bit of fluidity to the way that we're playing. Wan-Bissaka's had a really good start as well. Really good start by Wan-Bissaka. Here's Martial. Left wing Martial. Was always the best Martial. Corner for United as well. Good overlap. Everton have started off very, very slow. So, corner for United. We've got no Maguire, we've got no Pogba, but we've still got Varane, we've got McTominay, no Ronaldo. So, you're not as many big lads in there, but Cavani can use his head. Cross comes in, little flick. Ooh, comes to the edge of the box. Fred into Bruno. He'll have a look. He'll have a look. Little dink. Lovely ball by Bruno into Greenwood. Oh, it's a lovely cross. No one's gambled on it. It'll go for a throw in. Lovely cross by Greenwood. What a ball by Bruno to find Greenwood, and he's put the perfect cross in. I'm only surprised. Cavani's not on the end of this. This is exactly the sort of thing Cavani gets in on the end of. It's a lovely ball by Bruno, a lovely run by Greenwood, and as I say, I'm just surprised he's not. Even you can tell Cavani himself on the back post is disappointed. And you know what that's all about? Ollie's saying, where's the run? I think what that's all about is that I think Cavani sees Greenwood and thinks Greenwood's going to try a skill. If Cavani knows Greenwood's putting that cross in, he will make the run. But I think he doesn't make the run because he thinks Greenwood's going to do a bit of a skill move. And that's just the innocence of youth, really. Because if strikers start to know that Greenwood's going to put that cross in, then they'll make the run. But a good start from United in the first 10 minutes. Everton have done sod all so far, and United have kept a good shape, kept it simple, but moved the ball well as well. I'm pretty pleased with this start from United, to be fair, considering the changes that we've made. Why no Ronaldo? I think Ollie said it's about rotation, isn't it? 78% possession for United so far. Nice little flick. Played him in. Oh my life. He's got to be off. Ref, give an offside. Good block, Varane. Where's the bloody offside there? Rondon's in. Varane's not happy. I think they have given the offside now. Surely he was offside. Yeah. No, well, no. Maybe Lindelof was keeping him on. I don't know whether they're going to give the corner or not, but good defending by Varane. No, we got the offside. We might take it for granted, but what a calmness Varane brings at the back. Could not have imagined this last season, especially without Maguire, says Shafiat. Yes, it was offside. It was offside. They didn't need to go to VAR. They just went to VAR and poor jokes. 11 minutes gone. United have had a decent start, certainly possession-wise. I like the tempo. We've moved it a lot quicker. Nice ball by Bruno. It will go for a goal kick. Looks like they feel like saving Ollie's job today. Well, yeah. Carrick got his headphones in. Ollie told him to listen to your watch along, says Lee Taylor. Thing is, though, look, we've had a lot of criticism from a lot of different people. Ollie's had a lot of criticism from a lot of different people, and if it starts to work, good. You know, I said it after the Everton game. He needs to get called out more. Like the football's not been good enough, the speed's not been good enough, and you know, it's always good when people like Gary Neville are having a go as well, because it gets listened to. Wan-Bissaka's been fantastic. I agree, Dan. 77. Really impressed with him. I mean, every pass from everybody is registered so far. I bet our pass completion rate's really high. Like this, everybody's making the pass. I'm pretty pleased with it. Rondon's getting a bit of stick on socials. He's crap. United looked at Rondon for the when we got Agallo. He's crap. Mark, it looks like a 4-4-2. Bruno next to Cavani. Yeah, I mean, look, A-Dash with that. Thank you. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. You can do that through the $ if you want to. Free kick for Everton here. I think Bruno attaches himself to the striker too much at the moment anyway. I think you're right. I think it does look like a 4-4-2 too much. I'd rather we were a 4-3-3 where Bruno was a little bit deeper at times. But it's a chance for Everton here. Cross comes in, cleared by Martial. Well done. And he keeps it in as well. Oh, no, he doesn't. I'm not buying this, Mark, until I see some goals. I'm still annoyed Donny's not playing, says Jimmy M. I'm not, you know, I don't like the way Donny's been treated across his career at United. But for me, I'm not annoyed about Donny not starting. I'm annoyed that it's not Matic and Pogba in the midfield. I just don't understand why we're not doing that. But as I said, we're going to have to just get used to McTominay and Fred and hope for the best. Oh, Everton are in. Well out by Greenwood. Ollie must have seen your United career mode style of play, says Mason Reed. Well cleared by Wan-Bissaka. Watch out for Digne, actually. If Everton start to get a bit of possession, he's a good player, Digne. Second ball, Fred. Second ball. That's it. Good press. Everton just having a little bit of the ball here. There's another free kick there. Don't be giving up free kicks. We all know, if anyone watches my career modes, they'll know about Yerry Mina. Don't want to be giving up a lot of free kicks here. It's a silly little push by Luke Shaw, and Townsend took the bait for the foul. A lot of people talking about Wan-Bissaka. He's looked very sharp, hasn't he? Obviously, very disappointed to miss the game on Wednesday night. Whoa. I mean, yeah, you know, look, McTominay and Fred have started this game off quite decently, but it's not just their slow tempo. It's their, fucking hell, flicked header from Michael Keane. David knew it was going wide, but how wide was it? Yeah, he knew it was wide. It was quite far wide, to be fair. It's a long way wide. Yeah, you know, McTominay and Fred have moved the ball around quite well today, but a lot of people just think McTominay and Fred are a bad combination just because of their passing. They actually are quite bad defensively. They don't pick up the runners either. So that's something we need to improve on as well. Greenwood there with the skills. Now Wan-Bissaka wants a foul. Not given. Varane with the first header. Not the second. And Lindelof goes to Shaw. I mean, there's a player that, well, hold on a minute. United on the attack here. Greenwood, exactly the player I was going to talk about. Nice ball into McTominay. Cross, corner. Good play from United again. There's a player that we need to talk a little bit about as well, Mason Greenwood. I mean, look, people talk about Sancho, Pogba, Ronaldo's not starting. Greenwood is consistently starting for this team as well. I don't sleep on that. You know, I know he's 20 now, but you know, he's playing a lot of games for United. He's keeping a lot of players in. Out. Short corner from United. Mason Greenwood with the cross to the back post. It's a good cross, well away by Yerry Mina. Luke Shaw. And now they'll come away with it, Everton. And this is where United need to work. There's a lot of Everton players forward here. Godfrey puts the cross in. Varane heads it away. Decore, that'll stay in. We've got to move. You've got to move. Cavani's back. Cross in. Everton clears. Well done. I'm loving the support for Wan-Bissaka in the chat. He has had a really good start. Oh, good tackle there as well. He wanted it, Alan. I'd be a little bit worried here because Everton are starting to knock the ball around nicely. They had a dodgy first 7 or 8 minutes, but they've actually started to move the ball a little bit. My score prediction was 2-0, Ryan. Yeah, 2-0. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're only 100 away from 150,000. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. You can vote for your player ratings in the second half, and we go through that on the match reaction. So you mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has had a great start, says Ash, but maybe it was the fact that we saw the alternative on Wednesday. Yeah, but, I don't like the shit that Delo got on Wednesday anyway, because, people don't seem to understand rustiness of players. Like, if you're not playing, it's very difficult to come into a team and just play well. And, I do think Delo's a decent shout, but he just won't. He never gets a run of games, does he? A run of games is important. I'm sure we'll see Ronaldo at some point. Yeah, don't stress. I'm sure we will. There's the stats on the screen. 76% for Manchester United. No shots on target yet. Pass accuracy 86%. That's very good. I mean, I don't know what a good pass accuracy is for a team in general, but I've certainly noticed the pass thing has been very, very good. And there's McTominay. He's had 10 touches, 9 passes, 90% accuracy. I'm not massive. Oh, right. Okay. Apparently, it's one of our least passing accuracy games, so not that good actually. But I don't normally pay a massive amount of attention to individual passing accuracy, because especially for a McTominay or a Fred, because often a lot of their passes will be backwards to a centre back, so they're going to have a higher success rate than a Bruno who's trying to make things happen. But just need to turn some of this into chances now. They've all started good, but Everton are looking a bit more threatening, says James. I think that's a fair assessment of the game so far. We've started off okay, but Everton have started to just, after a slow start, Everton looking a little bit more. Oh, what a save. Lovely. It would have been an assist by Fred. It would have been another. Fred would have had the assist here with a right foot. He's cut in. I don't know how it works. Michael Keane's caught out. And Cavani, I mean, to be fair, it's a great save by Pickford. And it's a corner. Lovely cross by Fred. Get it where it's due. The thing is, it didn't even look a very good cross, in fairness, but it obviously caught Michael Keane out. I think it caught everybody out because it wasn't even on his left foot. I think we should get Ollie out and bring in Zidane, says Ryan. Well, that's the bad side of Fred there. Tries to let the ball go out for a throw-in. The ball gets nicked off him and then has to give a foul up because he's out of position. But it won't be a yellow card. I tell you what, if Cavani, if he had just got it another half metre the other way, that's a goal. It's a lovely header, and Pickford makes a good save, to be fair. So another chance for Everton to put a set piece into the box. We're playing a high line though, so I'd be surprised if they do this. Is it worth drifting one in at that point? Yeah, they've drifted it in. Well away by, I think it's Varane again. Digne. They've got the option to put the cross in. He's ignored it. Alan drifts it. That's a goal kick. Fine, that's fine. Give it to Eric Cavani. I've been saying it for ages. Ollie is the Norwegian Southgate, says Hayes. And would you take St. Maximin from Newcastle, says Connor? No. We don't need any more attackers. I'm not saying he's not a good player. He is a very good player, but we don't need any more attackers at United. We've got, look at our bench. You know, Rashford to come back, Sancho, Ronaldo on the bench today, Lingard on the bench. You know, we don't need any more attackers, to be fair. But not, yeah, he's a very good player. Here's Greenwood on the right. We've had, I mean, to be fair, what we had 20 minutes, 2 good chances. Cavani, Martial, another corner here. So we're averaging a good shot every 10 minutes. I'm happy for Ollie to try new things, but he needs to make subs early if things don't go his way. Donny van der Beek, what are you doing sat in the rain on the bench at Manchester United, knowing you've got absolutely no chance of coming on? What is he thinking? Oh, I can't wait for Strictly tonight. Will there ever be a boy that can swim faster than a shark? Carrick's took his earpiece out. No, he's still got it in. Look. Give us a wave, Carrick. We know you're listening. He's obviously listening to something that's giving him some information, isn't he, though, on the serious. Nice by Bruno. With me, I tell you what, the tempo, I'm going to write this as a positive. Tempo good. Would you take Ndidi at United, says Lucas Parker? Yes, of course I would, yeah. Here's Decore. Cut back. Good block, Lindelof. Ronaldo looks like a spoilt brat that's been told no one ever. The camera's pans on him, says Scottish Gamers. I didn't really understand what you were saying there, but I don't know. We don't know. I mean, look, I wouldn't be happy to be on the bench, but maybe it's a masterstroke by Ollie. Here's Wan-Bissaka into Greenwood. It's interesting because it's a very similar shape to the way Villarreal played Everton, but the difference is that Everton are playing a deeper line. Like, the reason we're getting up the pitch is because Everton are playing a deeper line. Villarreal played a much higher line against us, which meant that we had to resort to the long ball, where we're getting higher up the pitch today because Everton are playing a deeper line. Ronaldo's not 37 yet, is he? Here's McTominay. Got to be worth a shot from there. No, goes to Greenwood, who does go for a shot on his right foot. Standard save for Pickford. So two-footed, though, isn't he? Fred's passing is starting to show now, says James. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Good block by Lindelof, that. I mean, to be honest, Everton are really severely hamstrung by having Rondon in the team. He's crap. He's so crap. If he scores, I'll cry. But, yeah, he's crap. So what we had, 26 minutes. Lovely running by Greenwood. Keep it going, mate. Keep it going. Switches the play. Here we go. Martial up against Godfrey. We want him on toast. Have him on toast, Tony. Yeah, go on. Lay it off. And again, Bruno. What a ball. Oh. That's twice we've seen a worldy ball from Bruno. Bruno losing balls a lot and unnecessarily, says Danielle. I don't know what you're talking about. I've not noticed that. I've seen 2 delightful balls by Bruno, this being one of them. Look at this. Straight away. Bang. Straight into Wan-Bissaka. If Wan-Bissaka gets that cross right, Cavani's made the run. Lovely ball. I don't know what game people are watching. Somebody else has just said there, Bruno's having a mare. I think we get infiltrated by twats, basically, don't we? Didn't know I had this free members message, but you can shout out my Nana Karen, who always watches the streams, Mark. She loves your Dyche impression, says Joshua. Shout out to Nana Karen. We're going to win today, Karen. We're playing Norwich and they're crap. Lots of wood. I think they're playing Norwich. No, I think they are playing Norwich. Something's going on a little bit here. McTominay's been taken away. Yerry Mina's not happy. Let's have a look. There's nothing in that. What are Everton getting mad about for that? Oh, he's tried to pick up Digne, I think. It's all kicking off a little bit here between Everton and United. Everton and United here. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. Bit weird. Mark, have you noticed that McTerminator has been allowed to run past Bruno into the box, watching all the way from East London, South Africa, says Chuma. I think this is all a bit of a storm up in a teacup, really. Don't really know what this is all about. Mark, have you noticed how the defence avoid passing to McFred and they only get the ball in the evening? Says Gentleman's Lab. I mean, there's certainly no indication of a yellow card or a red card or anything like that. Cavani getting involved. I love Cavani. So he's not. It's all a big storm in a teacup. There's not even any yellow card for anybody. I don't even really know. It must have been something said on the pitch. There's nothing actually gone on. So we'll get back to the football now. Always nice to see a bit of that, but don't really know what it was about. Anyway, the game carries on. It's still 0-0. Might give a bit of bite into a few tackles now, to be fair. Wouldn't be surprised. Good play by Everton here down the left-hand side. Gordon whips the cross. Ooh, tell you what, it was a big chance for Townsend. Don't think he saw it till late, but another good cross from Everton. Somebody just said, can you send McTominay off? He's done all right today. I mean, look, I'm not going to say they've set the world on fire, but by the standards of McTominay and Fred recently, they've been okay today. To be honest, liking the pace, fastest we've played for a while, says Reverse Clouds. Yeah. Let's have a look at this chance for Everton again. Gordon just skins Lindelof, whips the cross in, and I think, Townsend thought he had a bigger chance there, but Luke Shaw got the block in. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 150,000. We're only a few off. The half is moving quite fast, isn't it? 31 minutes. Ronaldo's just having a little bit of a warm-up here. Looks like it doesn't look too moody. Looks all right. And Bissaka, he's had a really good game. Nice ball by Fred to Greenwood. Digne's in there. You feel this game might get solved by a Pogba or a Ronaldo in the second half. Lindelof should have gone in for the tackle there. Well, Lindelof's miles out of position here. Running by Damari Gray. What a save by De Gea. Oh, he's done it again. De Gea again. Brilliant save. Lovely shot from Gray. Two bits of fantastic play there, to be honest. Watch this by Damari Gray. Just runs away from McTominay and Fred. Fucking hell. It had to be those two, didn't it? It's a good shot by Gray. And De Gea using a strong arm as well. But look at the way. Got to do better there. McTominay and Fred. It wasn't just one of them. It was both of them. Greenwood does well. And is he good for free kick? Yeah. There's a yellow card for Greenwood, that one as well. No, I think McTominay and Fred have played better today. Their passing's been better, but it's not just about their passing ability. They lose the runners a lot. They're not actually defensively that strong. Especially Fred this season, the amount of 50-50s he loses or gets shoulder barged off. And McTominay's not particularly quick. And Damari Gray there, he's gone away from McTominay, he's gone away from Fred, and then he's running at the back four. And the centre-backs, what are they supposed to do? You know, they've got to leave Rondon then. So, you know, it's a bit weak defensively from the midfield there. But, you know, are you ever going to get the complete package, I suppose? So it's a free kick for Everton. 10 minutes to go to half-time. It's been an interesting half, hasn't it? Because I think United have played better. The tempo's been better. But again, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 shots on target, maybe 1 shot on target. So cross comes in from Everton, well away by McTominay. He gives a free kick on Greenwood that time. He's all right. I think hopefully he's all right. He's gone down injured there. There's nothing too sinister in it. Don't mind a lower passing accuracy whilst they're taking a few risks and moving the ball forward. I'd rather than 90% accuracy side to side, says Gowdy. And hey, Mark, they keep showing Usain Bolt. Do you think he'd get a game in this team? Surely he'd show some passion, desire, heart and trust, says Eric. And hi, Mark, always love the channel. Can you call my mate whipped for spending tonight with the missus instead of watching United with the boys? That's for Franga from Mr. Pip. And, oh no, good block. Wan-Bissaka again. Cut back to Decore. He's about to smash it. I think De Gea would have saved it, but Wan-Bissaka's there again. He's had a very good half. Decore and Gray have had Ollie's desire machines of McFred on toast all day long. His stubbornness makes me not want to watch. Van der Beek for number 8, says Adaraj. And, I mean, to be honest with you, what's your thoughts on Martial? He's barely had the ball. We need Donny to help Bruno out creatively, says AB. Wan-Bissaka's been very good in this game. We sort of, it's become more of an equal game, hasn't it? First 7 or 8 minutes, United started off well. I wouldn't say we've stopped playing well, but Everton have started to come into the game a little bit more. And this is the importance of getting that first goal. Martial with the cross, and Decore will pick it up. Yeah, I've just heard that Wan-Bissaka's got the highest rating on SofaScore at the moment. He's had a very good game. Best on the ground so far, says James. Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka and obviously De Gea. I mean, that save from De Gea is really important. But we expect that from Dave at the moment. But Wan-Bissaka's been really, really good today. I said it in the summer, though. I got one wrong. I said Martial's going to have a big season, but I did say that Wan-Bissaka will have a big season and he'll sit people down. And I get tired. You know, I said this about Luke Shaw a couple of years ago. Everyone was like, oh, Luke Shaw's fat. Get rid of him out of club. you know, and what do they say now? You know, he's worked hard. He was a good player 2 years ago. You just can't accept that you were wrong. Like Luke Shaw, you could see everything about Luke Shaw 2 years ago. Didn't he win Player of the Year 2 years ago anyway? But there's a good player in Wan-Bissaka as well. I admit last season his consistently levels were a bit up and down, but he's a really good player. And I don't think, I mean, he could have had an assist in this game. If Martial had finished that header, he'd have an assist as well as a really good overall performance. So, yeah, very happy with it from him. Oh, good play there. Cavani goes down. Well done, Damari Gray. And we go back to a free kick by Bruno. Now, Cavani sort of got caught in the tangle with Decore. Fans getting on Bruno for his passing, says Robert McCormack. I think he just hurt his arm. Eddie, he'll be all right. Yeah, definitely a foul by Bruno. He knew it. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We will have player ratings in the second half. So it's another chat. We're giving up a lot of free kicks to Everton, which is not a good idea when they've got people like Yerry Mina in the team. And he's got on the end of that one. Catches it, no problem. Going with a longer kick this time. Very accurate. De Gea's accuracy in his kicking has been something amazing this season. And there again, he's gone long, and we've got the possession very high up the pitch again. This is an amazing thing about De Gea's game that people never thought that he could do, which I knew he could do. He just hadn't been doing it. He's got really good distribution. Free Donny, says Joshua. And do you remember when Ollie took the job, he would talk about outrunning the opposition? McFred stats, he talks about the aimless running they do, says Adaraj. Look, the dangerous thing about Scott McTominay and Fred is that when they have a game that's not terrible, we tend to overemphasize it as being good. I think they've been okay in this game. Both of them have been okay. There's been some good, quick movement of the passing from them. But then defensively, they let themselves down like they did on the Damari Gray thing, where he skips past them both. So I think they've been okay. To me, why you pick McTominay and Fred when you could pick Matic and Pogba, I'll never know. But they've been okay today. Considering they're up against Decore and Allen, who I think are a very good midfield too, they've done okay. Somebody just said there, Fred's been trash and Scott has been good. No, I don't think that's just favouritism at the end of the day. I don't think there's been much between the two. I mean, Fred could have had an assist. Cavani was very close to scoring. We're 5 minutes away from half time here. It's been you just feel, I said this to Levin, didn't I, when we were live before, you just feel that this game is almost set to be quite an equal game. Everton have got a lot of injuries. Last half an hour, Ronaldo, Stretford end, Pogba, Stretford end. We find that win. That's what I'm sort of banking on. Come on, Fred. Lovely ball by Fred there as well. Cavani, this is it. You see, you get the ball forward fast. Oh, unlucky. Martial was in. But Luke Shaw, early delivery. Michael Keane's on to that one. Digne puts it out, but that's good. You see, that's what happens. Fred has the ball, he passes it quickly, and suddenly United are in an Everton team that's stretched. Come on, it'd be nice to get one before half time. Very, very equal game, really. I'd say United have probably dominated possession, but very equal game in relation to chance creation. Can someone explain what Scott contributes, says Kieran? Cavani, one of the few wasteful passes we've seen, goes out for a throw-in to United. Lovely ball by Varane, just switches the play. Nice play by McTominay as Greenwood. This is good play. Here we go. Here we go. Bruno go wide. Martial. Yes! Tony time. Tony the Tiger. The goldfish. The Goldbridge, don't forget. The goldfish does. And it's Martial who puts Ben Godfrey in the bin. Get in and swivel on it. There you are last year going F off, F off. Martial right before half time. Tony's back. 1-1. 1-0. Lovely goal by Martial. And it matters if you like Martial, but it matters anyway for Manchester United. Lovely goal. Comes from Greenwood, switching the play. And look, it's Bruno with the assist. He waits, he lays it off. And Martial just goes bang into the top corner. And Godfrey's on his arse. Swivel on it. 1-0 to Manchester United. Get in. Get in. Love it. Martial. Love it. Love it. And a lovely assist from Bruno as well. I think it takes a little bit of a deflection on the way in as well. But he's in the French squad as well. That's what happens when you move the ball quicker as well. I think McTominay was involved in moving it quicker. Fred was involved just before that. Moving the ball quicker. I'm sorry, Mark. You know I don't rate Fred, but the boy's playing okay. I think we're playing better without Pogba, in my opinion, says Stephen Atkinson. Right, look, it's a one-off game. Let's be honest. Look, are you going to pick? Are you going to bench Pogba and Matic seriously for McTominay and Fred consistently? Yes, he probably will do. Do you seriously think we're going to win a league title with those two in the midfield? I think it'd be very, very difficult. But look, they've done okay today. Defensively, I don't think they've done well, but they've moved the ball quicker, and that's a step forward. Credit where it's due. It's been better. But important to get that goal because, realistically, quite an equal half. And, you know, chances, they probably had as good a chances as that we've had. But that's, you know, this is what you need to do, especially away from home. And I think defensively, we've looked good as well. The back four's looked good. Obviously, De Gea with another big save. But look at this. Look at Wan-Bissaka again. Wan-Bissaka's just been awesome this half. Told you Tony would sit down the hater, says Luke 82. I mean, Wan-Bissaka this half. I rate him. I think he's very, very good. I think he's been awesome this half. But Everton are vulnerable. They don't have Calvert-Lewin. They don't have Richarlison. They've got Rondon up front, who basically is a bit like putting your gran up front. Martial with another shot now, playing with confidence, you see. Confidence is a big thing for some players. But superb performance from Wan-Bissaka. He's really stood out. And David will pick this up easy. So it looks like we're going to go in 1-0 at half-time. Goldbridge did predict 2-0. Tony the Tiger, says Advath. I'll be surprised if I didn't call him that, actually. Oh, nice stretch. Stretch it out. Just see it out now. Last minute. Get your momentum. Get your momentum. I said it after the Villa loss, though, didn't I? I said I can see us going on a run of games winning now because this is what we do. This is what we do under Solskjaer. Like, you lose a game against Villa, people start saying Ollie out, this, that, and the other. He's got this great habit of then going and winning lots and lots of games in a row. And look, the football might not be brilliant against Villarreal. It was terrible, but today, I think we've been okay to. Well, I think we've been okay to good today. I think the football's been a lot better. It's been a lot quicker. I don't think that's got anything. I must admit, I don't think if you put Ronaldo in that team for Cavani, we slow down. I don't think if you put Pogba in for Martial, we slow down. I don't think if you put Matic in for Fred, we slow down. I think that's for me that this is a coaching thing. This is nothing to do with individual. Well, of course, it's to do with individuals. The individuals are playing the game and they're playing it well. But I don't think it's because, you will get people who don't understand football who'll go, oh, it's because we're playing Cavani and not Ronaldo and he presses from the front. It's because we're not playing Pogba who slows us down. I don't think it's anything to do with that. If you look at the game against Villarreal played a 4-4-2 and they played higher up the pitch. Everton have played three banks as well, but they've played further down the pitch and we've passed through their lines with a higher tempo than we did on Wednesday night. So I think we could have put that same performance in with any of the bench as well. I think Sancho would have thrived. I think Pogba would have thrived. Ronaldo would have thrived. So, but that to me is a positive thing. I think Lingard would have thrived. I think that's a positive thing because, to be honest with you, it looked more like a team rhythm, a team chemistry than being about the individuals. It's clear Martial performs when we play fast-paced football, says VK Boss. 1920 when we moved the ball well. With McFred, build-up play was slow, so Tony suffered in 2021. Get your super chats in. You can do that through the $sign. Let's read what people are saying. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's been class, says Finn. His best since City 2 years ago was Sterling, Sane, and Mahrez in his pockets. I declare Martial law, says you, Popeye. And I don't know what's going on here. Aaron Wan-Bissaka being rested for the first time in his United career. He just looks so fresh and full of ideas, says Mario. He's been absolutely incredible. Absolutely fantastic, Mark. He's been absolutely incredible. And that's Gary Barlow's words, not mine. Best thing about today is no long ball, says Rohit. I know the defence of Fred has been poor, but I've really admired his hustle today, looking to make up for his mistakes, which is respectable, says Reverse Clouds. Look, they're not always going to play crap. To be fair, McTominay and Fred have played well today. Well, I don't know whether I'd say well. They've played okay to good. The way Damari Gray ran off them is shocking defending, but actually, many of us just want to see them move the ball quicker, and they've done that. Defensively, they never pick up the runners, but their ability to move the ball quicker has been a lot better today. McFred have been immense, to be honest. First time passing forwards through the ball. Really happy with. No, they've not been immense, though, have they, man-child? Because I've just given you one example where we should have been 1-0 down if it wasn't for De Gea, where Damari Gray skips past both of them because they don't put the tackle in. So, look, let's be evenly handed, because this is the problem with our fan base. I think we go from one extreme to the other. Oh, they're shit. Oh, they're brilliant. Oh, they're shit. Oh, they're brilliant. They've moved the ball really well today. Defensively, I think they've let the runners go, which they do a lot. So they've got to, especially in the second half, they've got to get better and closer to Damari Gray because he's playing as a number 10. So therefore, it's the midfield's problem. Every manager wins, draws and loses games. Ollie simply doesn't win enough of them to win trophies, and that's subpar for United, says Andre. Fred is awful. McTominay's been decent. However, I'd love to see Matic and Donny today, says Franco. You got no chance. Mark, seems like Fred found his passport for this game. Also, Tony haters must sit down, says Ty. These are better tactics from Ollie. What do you think made him change the tempo, says Emil? No, I don't know, Emil, but definitely I don't agree with that. I don't think it's about the personnel. I think it's about the style of play today. I think we've definitely played, in my opinion, that's about the tactical approach to the game. That's about get the ball and move it quick. Nobody's putting their foot on the ball. Nobody is doing pivots on the ball. Everybody's moving the ball quicker. So I applaud that. No real forward passes by McFred. Everything distributed over to the fullback, says Rafa. I think that's unfair. I think if you look at the goal, McTominay flicks it into Greenwood. Fred has done it a couple of times as well. No, I think they have been playing forward passes, to be fair. You know, Fred has played much better today. McTominay's been poor. Only sideways passes from him, says PA. You see, I think people see different things, don't they? But I think their passing has been good. I'm worried a little bit about them defensively. It's clear Martial is more at home in the left wing, says Adito. And Mark, it's still very clear that this team will go places with a better midfield. Oh, 100%, Aditola. Great to see Tony getting some confidence. I think this is key for him, says FIFA. And who still wants Martial to leave, says TJ. And it's funny how McFred are moving the ball quickly in this half when we play so much better than on Wednesday. Need to keep a clean sheet for the boys, says Stephen Penner. Look, Martial scoring, let's just talk about that. I mean, Martial, I felt was going to get a few pelters if that game was 0-0 at half-time. People would be saying, get Martial, he's done for a call. And that's the thing about football. You know I'm right. Football changes on an instant. And I actually said it before the goal that I don't think that Martial had a bad game. I just thought we weren't getting him in the game. How many times did Martial get the ball? You know, I want him to get at that Ben Godfrey. You know, I really do. And, you know, he's not had the opportunity to do that very often. However, he gets the chance, he takes the goal, and suddenly Martial's had a good half. The reality is he hasn't really been on the ball that much, but he scores the goal and everyone says, oh, Martial's back. I mean, he's neither had a great performance or a bad performance, but, you know, you are judged on your deliverance. And I think that, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, if Martial doesn't score that goal there, people would say, well, he should have scored at the first half. He's done nothing. He's lazy and he's crap. It's the same old, isn't it? The truth is, I'd like to see Martial getting a little bit more of the ball. It's a lovely finish. It gives us a lead at 1-0. I'm very happy for him. I do like Martial. There's massive competition in that team. I mean, look, Cristiano Ronaldo's on the bench today, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's probably sat there with the biggest grin out of anybody going, oh, people were moaning about the team I've picked, and we've played well and we're winning, and I've rotated, and I'm a tactical genius. And to be fair, he hasn't got anything wrong, has he? You know, all right, we all want to see Ronaldo play. Some of us want to see Matic and Pogba. Some of us want to see Sancho start. Some people want to see Donny start. But ultimately, none of them have started and we're winning 1-0, and you can't argue with that. So Ollie's not got it wrong. He's the manager. He's got it right. He picks the team so far. Have you been watching Squid Game on Netflix, says Flashy? I haven't. Lots of people have told me to. It's funny how McFred are moving the ball quickly in this half and play. Oh, I've read that one, sorry. McFred have an average game and we applauding them like they have an 8 out of 10 game. Pogba and Matic could easily do that, says Raven. Look. I accept. Look, 100%. For me, I would play Matic and Pogba. I think it's a travesty that Matic is not starting more games. I think it's a travesty that we can't get Paul Pogba into the midfield, which is his best position. Of course I do. On an individual game, does it matter? No. On a long-term thing, will it harm us? Yes. Of course it will. McTominay and Fred are not better than Matic and Pogba. No one's going to say that they are. But on this game, they've done okay. But you're right. Unfortunately, this happens. McTominay and Fred have so many bad games that when they have a decent game, people overhype it because it's like we're desperate for it to work because we know it's what he's going to keep picking. They've not been brilliant. They've not been terrible. They've been okay to good. But that will be ramped up to, oh, they were amazing because the standards are so low. What I would like to see from them in the second half is a continuation of moving the ball quicker, which they've done well, but also let's defend better. You know, let's watch out for Everton when they do break. You're streaming on That's Football after the United game, Mark, says Reverse Clouds. Not today, no. Greenwood is our best player this season. So good, says Anchor. Well, I spoke about Greenwood in the first half, didn't I? I said, look, you know, everyone talks about Sancho. Everyone's talking about Rashford coming back. You know, Ronaldo not starting. Mason Greenwood's starting most games. Like, he's a nailed-on starter at the moment. Here's a tenner for the swear jar if the need should arise in the second half, says Popeye. Hey, mate, I hope not. Hopefully we will not have to be, dipping into the swear jar this second half. Mark, 7:30 kick-off here in Perth. Get in on the beers. Come on, United. Love your work, bro. Thanks, Lux. Appreciate that. I'm just having a quick look. Oh, yeah, apparently I've just been sent something here. It's on Stretty News Twitter as well, that VAR may have missed a punch by Decore on Fred, in which case, that's shocking, isn't it? If that, I didn't really see what was going on in that, but if that has happened, that's a bloody joke. You know, you should be getting, they should be getting a red card for that. It all seemed to kick off about something that was very confusing anyway. I don't really know what that was all about, but apparently something has gone on there as well. But, you know, by the by, we move on. Manchester United leading 1-0. And of course, we're about to go into an international break, people. And I'll never understand anybody that doesn't want Manchester United to win. And I think the improvement has visibly been there today. We've got nowhere to hide anyway anymore, because if you look at the fixtures we've got after the international break, our next 4 league games are Leicester, Liverpool, Tottenham and Man City. There's literally nowhere to hide. So if you are like, there's nowhere to hide anyway. We either get better or we sink. So, you know, hopefully we're going to get better. But look, let's get these 3 points. We take ourselves up to 16 points. And no matter what anybody else does this weekend, we will be in touching distance of them going into a very interesting set of games. I think beyond picking the team, Ollie has to have had said something to do with us moving the ball faster today. If this continues, we may be in a title race, says Austin. People are getting excited. And love from Norway, Mark. I really enjoy the stream, says FIFA Gangster. Thanks, everyone who's tuning in. Look, you know what? It's great. It's nice to be after Wednesday night. It's just nice to be able to watch a good match. You know, that's the big thing for me. I hope we can keep it going in the second half. Clearly come from the coaching as well. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. You're very welcome. Second half, you'll be doing your player ratings. I'll give you the link to the website where you can vote for every player who's on the pitch for United. Out of 10, 6 being the average, star next to your man of the match. We'll go through the player ratings. Tomorrow morning, the chart show is back. So the chart show is where I do the top 10 players of the week. Bit like a top of the pop sort of thing. At the moment, you know, obviously you take into account where everyone was on the last chart show. But at the moment, you've got to be looking at Wan-Bissaka and saying, what a first half from him. Oh, again, look, let's not forget David De Gea. That's a fantastic save from Demarai Gray. It's a bloody good shot from Demarai Gray. It's a good run from Demarai Gray. And it's a fantastic save from David De Gea. Keep the clean sheet, get the 3 points. That's what I'd be saying at half-time, but don't slow the tempo down. Pressing better when Everton have the ball, quicker passing. If we build on this, I have no problem, says Gordon Murray. Pushin says, still individual brilliance is a winning as games. Ollie needs to press, needs to have tactics. But I disagree with you on that one, Pushin. I mean, look, I know people are angry. I know people are still, you know, it's going to take time for people to change. There's a lot of people that are Ollie out who will still be Ollie out, and you've got to respect that. Why should they change their mind on 45 minutes? But the reality is, I wouldn't say I wouldn't call that individualism. I think when Bruno flicks a kick to Telles and he scores a worldie, that's individualism. Moments, you know, I think that goal was coming, whether it's the Fred cross for Cavani, the Wan-Bissaka cross for Martial, you know, a couple of nearly half creating good chances. That's a team goal. That comes from McTominay to Greenwood, from Greenwood to Bruno, from Bruno to Martial. That's a team goal. So I don't call that moments. And I think there has been a lot of that in this game. If we can build on that, like Gordon Murray says, if we can build on that first half over the next few weeks, obviously infiltrate with better players. I still think Matic and Pogba are a better combination in the midfield. And I still think Ronaldo has to start. But, you know, Rashford will come into the team as well. But if we can continue playing that style of football, happy days. Varane and Lindelof better than Varane and Maguire. The Cavani fits team better than Ronaldo. Would be great for City. They have creative wingers, not wing forwards, as Powell. You see, I think this is where people will start going wrong. I don't think this is about the personnel. I really don't. I really love your streams, Marcus, as FIFA Gangster. Thanks, pal. I don't think this is about the individuals. Respect the individuals for playing the game and winning the game so far. But I think that there is a philosophy I can see in the way that we're playing today. And as I said, Matic and Pogba could do what Fred and McTominay had been told to do. Ronaldo could do what Cavani's done. Rashford could do what Martial's done. Sancho could do what Greenwood's done. But that's more encouraging because then you're not relying on individualism. You are applauding a philosophy that players can adapt to. So yeah, I think that's what it's all about. Quartz, you're banned by, and Slade Gaming, welcome to the Members Club. Thanks for joining the Members Club. If you want to do that, you can click the join button. You get a little badge next to your name. Thanks for joining. It seems like Ollie's job needs to improve. It seems like Ollie needs to be threatened to improve, says Adam Sherry. Sorry, I'm not reading that properly at all. Please subscribe, by the way. Players are coming out for the second half here. Let's get the win. Let's get the win. That's what it's all about. Wan-Bissaka's been fantastic. Big up Wan-Bissaka, definitely. We're only now 200 subscribers away from 151,000. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're live every night at 8 o'clock. We've got the breakdown tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll be talking about this game and the tactics and, you know, what Ollie said and everything like that. Also every morning at 10 o'clock. And obviously on match days, watch-alongs, etc. So get involved. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Players are coming out for a second half. Bit of a yawn there. Always, I don't know what I think about the half 12 kickoffs. They're great if you win because you can just sit back and enjoy the weekend of football. We're off. Second half's kicked off. But they are a bit, you have to get up early, don't you? Get up and get going. Is there any way to regularly get Cavani in the team with Ronaldo? His pressing is smart rather than headless, says Caramel. Well, I think that that's going to be something that me and Levin were talking about last night. I don't see how you do it in the way that Ollie wants to play. Ollie wants to play a 4-2-3-1. I don't think, you know, Cavani and Ronaldo are the same player. They're not the same player, but they want to do the same thing. They want to get on the end of the crosses and everything like that. So I don't think you can play them both in the same team. What we might see is more rotation. I'm surprised that we've seen it already. And I think if you are a big Cavani fan, I suppose the encouraging thing is it looks like we're going to see Ronaldo on the bench more this season. Is there any way to regularly get... So we've done that one. Good point, though, Carano. And United, great to get going to the break at the top, says Snake Man. Hopefully, Tony can get rolling, needing to shoot more. I think Sancho on the right would bring a lot of creativity. I'd like to see Sancho off the right. I mean, that's nothing against Greenwood, but I would like to see Sancho on the right in a game like this because, you know, there's a lot of ball, there's a lot of quick movement, and I think Sancho would be suitable for a game like this. But look, we've only had, one thing we must remember is Everton got a late equaliser against us last season. It was bloody frustrating and we should never have drawn that game. So sitting here saying, oh, it's much improved from United. Yes, it has been. But there is a second half to play. And United don't always play well for 90 minutes. Great tackle by Fred. Really good tackle by Fred on Gordon. United break up the play and move it. Here's Martial up against Godfrey. Have him on toast. Lovely little ball into Bruno. And he has to give up a corner. We'll have that. And it all comes from a good tackle from Fred. The only time we play fast tempo football and Sancho doesn't play, says Iram. Well, you know, you've got to take your chance. Damon, William, thank you for the super chat. Shot from distance, straight at Pickford, Greenwood. Bruno. Oh, yeah, if you want to get one of these hoodies, by the way, we've got quite a few designs. We've got a Viva Ronaldo one, Viva Ronaldo, that just came out this week, actually. Links in the video description, and we do ship worldwide. I've just seen on the advertising boards this eFootball 2022. This is the one where they've put out all the crappy graphics. Is eFootball what Pro Evo was? It took absolute pelters, hasn't it? But they sponsor United, don't they? The graphics are poor. What we don't want to do is let the tempo slow. Oh, here we go. Good breaking up of the play again. I don't know what that pass was from Fred. I don't know what he was looking at, but here's Lindelof to cover. Back to De Gea. I don't feel sorry for Everton, but I think I could play up front better than Rondon, and I wouldn't even try because I would want United to win. I said this last night, though. We have been a little bit lucky, haven't we? We played Newcastle without Callum Wilson. We played West Ham without Antonio. We're playing, obviously, now we're playing Everton without Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. Lovely ball by Fred again. Out wide to Bruno. Back heel at Cavani. That's it. I knew he was going to do that. Right into Martial. Bruno. This is brilliant. This is brilliant play. Martial into Bruno. Oh, it's a shame. Lovely play there. We've second goal coming here. We've got good. Playing like a different team. I've got to say, we're playing like a different team. Like, it's definitely come from the coaching. Definite. I'm going to have to tweet this in a minute. It's like a different United. It's so frustrating that we don't play like this all the time. We're definitely playing different, says Samuel. Yeah, I agree. But this is what I mean. It's not about individuals. It's a coaching style. Like you can tell they're being told. Nobody's dwelling on the ball. It's almost like you're not allowed to dwell on the ball. Like McTominay there would have done a double pivot and gone back to Varane. He's not. He's played it into Fred. No, you're never going to get anything out of Varane in that situation, mate. Well done, Varane. Into De Gea. See, straight away into Fred. See, Fred moves it into McTominay. McTominay, you see, it's moving quick all the time. Wan-Bissaka. Nobody. This is really good period of play to just see the difference between a normal United side and today. See, that's a bad ball by McTominay, but, you know, typical when I start tell you to analyse it, McTominay gives it away. But we are moving the ball a lot quicker. It's our throw in that. But Jack's right. The midfield moving the ball quicker definitely helps. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Ronaldo. I might not be a popular opinion, but we would have conceded more chances with Matic and Pogba. They are defensively so suspects as pumpkin spice latte. Well, I disagree with you, mate. I think Matic is the best CDM we've got. So how can he be more defensively suspect than Fred and McTominay? Pogba, I think you raise a good point. We all know Pogba has his weaknesses defensively, but Matic is the best CDM we've got. And let's not forget, Sancho's warming up here. Let's not forget that I think this game is heaven sent for Sancho, by the way. Let's not forget that Everton did have a good period of play where they were running off our midfielders. Why has it taken this long to play like this, though? Why couldn't Ollie of United playing like this last couple of games, says James? And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you can do it, why don't you do it? Look, I'm not one of those fans who just has an agenda. You know, I'm not stubborn. That's what I'm not stubborn. So if United win this game 2 or 3-0 and they continue to play like this, I'll applaud it. And I'll say, let's do that more often. I will say, why don't we do it more often? Because I think that's sometimes it's more criminal when you can do it, but you don't do it. Lovely ball in here, but Lindelof's read it well. Oh, he's gone back for something here, the ref. Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw cops one in the face here, doesn't he? No. Yeah. On the forehead from Godfrey. Accident, but he'll be all right. So Ronaldo's coming on as well. He can't get his stuff on quick enough. Look at him. He's licking his lips, literally licking his lips. Ronaldo, he's like this. Get me boots. I'm ready. Sancho and Ronaldo coming on. He ain't pissing about. This is good. So, no, what's he doing? High tempo football. Early subs. Am I dreaming? Love it. And look, whoever he's going to bring off don't deserve to come off. Looks like Martial's going to be coming off, though. Oh, it's almost like Ollie's listening, isn't it? Almost like he's watched the Europa League final reaction where we're all talking about the 5 things Ollie needs to improve. Early subs, higher tempo football. But don't count Everton out as well. I just want to say it's only 1-0. We're all loving it, but we won't be loving it if we go 1-0, 1-1. That's the roof of the net by Townsend. I think Martial's got a bit of a knock. So 9 for 25. So Sancho comes on for that. Ronaldo for Martial, and I presume. Yeah, Martial's carrying a bit of a knock. But he's got his goal. He's off on French duty. This is a big opportunity now. 35 minutes. Ollie never makes these sort of subs. So 35 minutes for Martial. He's going to take Cavani off. Yeah, Cavani's off for Ronaldo, which is... I think that's a bit early for Cavani, I've got to be honest. Maybe Ronaldo said, you can bench me, but I want 35 minutes. No, maybe Cavani's got a knock. He doesn't look completely happy as well. Interesting. Grandad Cavani. He might have a knock. I think the way he came off there, I don't think he was looking pissed off that he was coming off. I think he was looking pissed off that you sort of like shake of the head. It's like maybe he was carrying a bit of a knock. I don't know. But I wouldn't have took Cavani off after 55 minutes. Lovely, but what a reverse ball this is by Bruno. Sancho can't quite get there ahead of Michael Caine. Michael Caine? It's not Michael Caine. My name is Michael Caine. I will not bury another Batman. Michael Keane, not Michael Caine. Told you to blow the bloody doors off. Yerry Mina, I told you to play the bloody offside. I will not bury another Batman, Yerry Mina. I'll tell you what, you don't want Michael Caine at Everton with the accusations that are going on over there. She was only 14 years old. Right, here's Lindelof. Oh, he's got away with that. He's got away with that. I'll tell you what, I was nervous there. Lindelof up against I think it's Damari Gray. To be fair, I don't think he did that much of a good job on it, to be honest. Now, I can confirm Michael Caine is not playing at centre-back for Everton. Imagine Michael Caine at his age playing at centre-back for Everton. But it's Michael Keane, not Michael Caine. I don't care if Ronaldo needs to press like Cavani did, says Yellow Bathing Suit. Subs before the 80th minute. Can't believe it, says Michael Pedley. Well, we know that Martial was carrying an injury. What we don't know is whether Cavani was carrying an injury. But it's a corner for United here. It'd be a travesty if we don't win this game, but I'm just worried about Everton last year. They didn't deserve anything last year, so let's put the game to bed. Here's Sancho. Big half an hour for Sancho, this. Big half an hour for Sancho. Playing in this system where we're actually playing the sort of way that you'd want to. Lovely running by Greenwood. Oh, he's tried to go on his own there. A bit greedy. Tackle by... Oh, he's given a foul. Bring on Donny. No chance. You got no chance. He'd be good in a game like this, but he won't bring him on. He'd probably bring Donny on if we were winning 6-0 and he had no other subs. Who's your man of the match at the moment, Mark? Says Spidey. I don't actually think in the 15 minutes since half-time anyone's really stood out, so I'd still say Wan-Bissaka. You have to feel for Everton when we sub on Ronaldo. Well, I, like many others, have got Ronaldo in my fantasy Premier League side, so I hope he's going to play well. This could be a goal here. Ronaldo, slip him in. Sancho. Oh, he could have gone for the pen. Lovely ball. Bruno. McTominay. Oh, it would have been a great goal. Lovely play. Why Martial gone off instead of Greenwood? He's carrying an injury, Ahmed. Definitely Martial was carrying an injury. That's good for Martial, though, because as long as he's fit enough to go on French duty, he goes and plays a few games for France. He's got a goal for United. It was funny watching Kieran McKenna coaching Ronaldo as he was preparing to come on. Yeah, mate, says David Mills. And look, we should, I'm not going to... The positive for me in this game is that we've actually played quite good compared to winning the game with a moment, because Everton are vulnerable. They're a vulnerable side with all the injuries they've got, especially in their attack. Sancho. On the left again, though, Sancho. A lot of people want to see him on the right. I just realised why people are talking about Greenwood there. Still half an hour to go in this game. Next goal key. Second goal for us. I did predict 2-0, but next goal will put this game to bed. I don't think Everton have got one goal in them, let alone two. But look, we got bit by that shark last year. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. You can do that through the $sign if you so wish. And please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Powell says we should rotate because keeps the whole squad happy and informed is the key for success, especially with manager like Ollie, even Ronaldo, Bruno or Greenwood. Powell, the problem with rotation is that rotation's a bad thing when you've got no style of football. Now, if we're going to play like we've played today most weeks, then you can rotate. But if we're going to play like we have done the last few weeks, what are you rotating for? We need... Rotation's absolutely fine as long as everyone knows what the system is. Sancho's looking a lot livelier in this second half, by the way. Next sub will be Pogba for Greenwood, says S. Ahmed, and Pogba will go Greenwood left wing. Yeah, I'd agree. I would agree with that. I don't agree with the sub, but I agree with that will be the sub. There's Ronaldo. Ronaldo will want his goal, of course. He's got his free kick as well. So, Bruno on the free kick. Whip in the... Oh, no, took it quick. McTominay. Another corner. Look at the flick by Bruno into McTominay there. You don't realise what he's done until you see the replay. Just delightful. Absolutely delightful from Bruno. I actually think people don't appreciate Bruno. I think Bruno's had a brilliant game today, but because he's not scoring penalties or, his job is to be creative. He's been ridiculously creative in this game. Oh, Fred's been bounced again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Townsend. Bloody hell. Fred gets bounced into the fucking stands again. He's about as useful as a plumber on the Titanic. He's a bloody nightmare. He's lost a 50-50 to Damari Gray. It's like bloody Bilbo Baggins bouncing Tyson Fury. You're a centre midfielder, mate. It's another bloody good goal on the break, but it comes from Fred. I said it at half time. Everyone's talking about the good passing. Oh, they passed the ball quicker. Neither of them have dealt with Damari Gray all game. A midfielder is about defence and attack. People are getting a bloody stiffy because they've passed the ball quick. Defensively, they've been crap. Absolutely crap. And it's another goal where you can't blame anybody else because they've just caught us on the break, but it comes from that mistake from bloody Fred. This is why he shouldn't be playing. This is why Matic should be playing. Exactly why Matic should play. Put specialists in specialist positions. You know, we played really well in this game. We call ourselves Moments FC. That's a moment from Everton, that is. Well, we go again. We've got to bounce back now. We've played well enough to get back into it. There's plenty of time to get back into it. But I don't know how you have a game where it's 1-0 and you end up 1-1. Plenty of time to come back. But this is what I mean. Even in a game where they play well, even in a game where we play well, those players that we are concerned about, they cost us a bloody goal. But I tell you what, talking about Fred, you know, now I've calmed down a little bit. Talking about Fred, like all season, this has been happening. He's lost. He's a centre midfielder and he gets bounced off the ball by anybody. Like your centre midfielder's got to be strong. He's so weak. It happened against Southampton with that Liveramento. It happened against Wolves. It happens so much. He's a centre midfielder and he's so bloody weak. Such a shame. There's another corner. Well, what we've got to think about from the corner is not getting caught on the bloody break again. Such a shame because we played so well. Well, we've played well. I'm not going to rewrite history. We've played well, but Mr. says Alan and Decore are just a far better version of Fred and McTominay. Zayn Miasi's laughing. Another corner for United here. Look, we might need that. We might need a bit of Ronaldo magic here. Stretford end. I'm sure we'll get that chance. Greenwood. Put the cross in, Mason. We're not having a penalty for that then. Or did he slip? Let's give him a foul. Could be Lingard next. Go for the chaos. Yeah. No, he slips. Look, this is it. Fred should not lose a 50-50 there. He should not lose it. So what happens here? I can't. Somebody was on about Wan-Bissaka. It's got nothing to do with Wan-Bissaka. Nothing to do with Lindelof. Nothing to do with Shaw. You know what? You know what? I keep saying this. Teams are scoring good goals against us. If you think about that, it's a very similar goal to the Newcastle game. Harry Maguire makes this mistake on the halfway line, and then there's nothing really anybody else can do. And I think that one, again, Fred makes the mistake and there's not really another opportunity to do anything about it. You know, De Gea's not at fault. Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, they're not really at fault. It just comes from that Fred. As soon as it's like the Newcastle goal. Watch the Newcastle goal. Maguire makes a mistake on the halfway line and we never get a chance to really get it back again. Got to get our heads up here, though. You know, this is the problem with United. We always say we're good when we've got his Pogba coming on. We always say we're good when we're behind. I think it's got to be for Fred. Yeah. Pogba for Fred. Had to be. Had to be. Even Ollie knows. Do you know what? To be fair to Ollie today, apart from I would never have started McTominay and Fred in the first place, we've played good football. He's made early subs and he's made the right sub after a shocking mistake there. So look, you can't argue about that. He's made the right sub there. Doesn't normally react to things that quickly. So I agree with that. He's got to sort that midfield out. Got to sort it out. We should have been. The thing is that goal's just come out. It's a pin in a bubble, isn't it? It's popped. It's burst the bubble because I felt we were building towards the second goal. I felt we were the better team. Respect our Everton, but I felt we were the better team. And then bang, it's 1-1, and all your hard work is gone because of that. Now, hopefully, we can go and win the game. But we've put ourselves in a position with 20 minutes to go where it's a tense game now that we've got to sort of try and find the winner. And hopefully, I think we can find the winner. But this is what I mean. This is about your midfield, isn't it? If you've got the right midfield, I mean, look, to get bounced like that, Ollie will be fuming. He'll be absolutely fuming. Because it's a number 10. Damari Gray is not, he's a centre midfielder should be putting Damari Gray into the stands with a shoulder barge, and it happens the other way around. Do you think Shaw should have stayed with Townsend? Don't know why he's coming springing over, leaving him when there's already people there, says Nish Joshua Bowwater. I'd have to look at it back again, Joshua, to be fair. You might be onto something there. But people thought that about the Newcastle goal, and Shaw went with the run. Fred can drive me crazy, but he's generally been quite great this game. I prefer Matic, but he would have been fast enough to get to Gray. Daniel Luciano, you can't look at it like that, though, because, of course, Matic wouldn't have won the race with Gray, but Matic wouldn't have put himself in a position to get done by Gray. So you're talking about different footballers who will take different risks. McFred and Lindelof seem to be responsible for most mistakes. Only sideways passes in the midfield. Free Donny, not even Ronaldo can work this, says Paul S. And it's not that difficult to make the correct subs when you have Sancho, Ronaldo, Pogba on the bench. Wrong lineup again, says Marcos. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, well, look. I suppose. Look, we'll talk about that at the end. We've still got time here. Pogba, McTominay. Oh, good tackle, Michael Caine. Michael Caine, not Michael Caine. Imagine Michael Caine going into a tackle with Scott McTominay. It'd kill him. He'd break every bone in his body at his age. Look, I suppose the way you'd look at it is I'm sort of like, oh, it's such a shame. We should be winning this game. It's a mistake by Fred. But then, devil's advocate, people will say, but he shouldn't be picking Fred. If he doesn't pick Fred, he can't make that mistake. Matic would have fouled him anyway. Yeah, I mean, that's a great comment. I almost want to, Barry is right. Matic would have fouled him. It's on the halfway line. There's no danger on the halfway line. That is exactly the right comment. Fred should have fouled him. You've got to be careful here. Here's Damari Gray again up against Lindelof. And he's had him on toast again. And we've got a goal kick. Well done. Well done, Lindelof. I think what's going to happen in this game is we're now looking at sort of moments FC a bit, aren't we? We've become panicked, which you're going to come in the last 20 minutes. I mean, to be honest, if you're Jesse Lingard, you probably sat on the bench going, "Oh, I can't believe I'm not playing." But Sancho into Ronaldo. Oh, I tell you what, I was ready. The angle was difficult, but it's a good. It's sort of a 1-2 between Ronaldo and Sancho. Actually, Sancho gets it. Look at the ball as well. Lovely ball, and then Ronaldo. Oh, I tell you, it's close. It's close, but it's no cigar. But lovely link up. We want to see that link up build. This is my moment. It's because I said Moments FC. I was thinking, why is Martin McCutcheon in my head? It's because it's moments. We're waiting on a moment. 15 minutes to go. I tell you what I would say. If we lose this game, it will be a bloody travesty. We do not deserve to lose this game. Villarreal, look, we were lucky, but we don't deserve to lose this game. It'll be a bloody joke. We need to lift our heads up and go again. I've dropped the link in the video description for the player ratings, by the way. If you are so inclined and you want to start giving the player ratings, you can mark them out of 10, 6 being the average, star next to your man of the match. Decore's fought hard there, and he's done more. He's given the yellow card for the foul on Bruno. Bruno. He came from Sporting like Cristiano. I can feel it. We're attacking the Stretford end. There's going to be a point. Scissor tackle on Bruno. That's why. You know. No clean sheets. I feel sorry for the likes of Wan-Bissaka and Varane and De Gea because they're playing well, but it's a team game. You defend as a team. Pogba with a lovely ball into Ronaldo, lays it off. Come on, Sancho into Ronaldo. Cross comes in. Do we get the corner? No, we don't. Oh, it'd be so disappointing to draw this game. 1 point from 6. Cross it. Oh, he'd gone for the right ball there, Greenwood. Michael Caine's there. It was offside anyway. It'd be so disappointed to draw this. 1 point from 6 from Villa and Everton at home. It's not, you add that into the points dropped against Southampton. And the start of the season we've had, I think 14 from 21 is not good enough. Got to find a winner here. Tell you what, Damari Gray's had a good game for Everton. Been impressed with him. At Leicester, it just never worked out, but he's got the best out of him. I mean, look, we've not mentioned Benitez. Whatever happens in this game, I think Everton have been very clever in what they've done. 164 passes to Manchester United's 500. They've been very clever in what they've done in this game. They clearly knew the way this game was going to go, and they've basically just set a shape up and counterattacked. And it's been a bit like when United play City. We've done it the other way. And it's frustrating, and you get to see how the other half live, really. But here's Sancho. Go on, have a run. Lovely ball. Look at the pass from that. Oh, why are we not attacking these crosses? Greenwood in the first half. It's a corner ref. Bruno's gone down, clutching his head. Don't know what goes on here. Lovely run by Sancho. Lovely weight of pass. Lovely cross by Bruno. Ronaldo's never going to get that, to be fair. Comes in too quick. And then Wan-Bissaka. It's another decent cross from Wan-Bissaka. And I don't know what, but I don't think Bruno's getting a penalty for that. Yeah, I think it's burst our bubble going 1-1. But we're not having a corner. Oh, God off. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. You can do your player ratings as well. Links in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. It's a difficult one, this. It's a really difficult one. It'd be a really difficult week, wouldn't it? You lose to Villa, you beat Villarreal, even though we were a bit lucky, and then you draw with Everton when really we should have won it. It would just be a crap week. Mark, please do something. I don't know who said that. What would I do? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think he's done anything wrong with his subs. Oh, another stray pass there. McTominay seems to be running out of legs here in the midfield. He looks tired. 3 games in a week. Just a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about Everton. They look like they're more energetic than us. I mean, one thing you lose with Fred, you lose a lot when he starts, but one thing you do lose when Fred comes off is the energy in the midfield. We're playing the same formation as we played against Villarreal now. So Pogba's gone more attacking and McTominay's playing as the 6. We just got to hope we can get that lovely play by Sancho. Go on. Lovely. Pogba hit it. Oh, he wanted to come back. Lovely play. Sancho's been brilliant this half. I think Sancho brilliant since he came on. I'll give him his. It's because you know why? It's the way we've played. It's more conducive to Jadon Sancho because we're moving the ball quicker. It's a funny one, because, I got a bit of criticism for the Villarreal game, the way I reacted to the goals. I was happy about the goals, but I was just pissed off with how we played. I'm more engrossed in this because I feel we've played well. The football's been better. I've been more impressed with the substitutions. I feel we deserve to win. So I'm more on the edge of my seat in this one than I was against Villarreal. It doesn't really make sense because Villarreal we needed to win. We desperately needed to win, but we desperately need to win this as well. And I think we deserve to win this game. You don't always get what you deserve. Villarreal didn't, but the difference between losing and drawing this game is massive because we lost to Villa. You can't take 1 point from 6 against Villa and Everton and then not criticise it. But if we get the win, you can say, well, look, we're still in contention, we bounce back, etc. So it's a massive 10 minutes here. We've got to find the winner. It's not a game where we can just go, oh, we've drawn, everything's okay. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what you think. It's not acceptable to draw this game of football. You can't. Whatever the reasons, you can't draw it. You've got to find a winner. Stretford end are roaring. Ronaldo on the pitch. Hopefully Everton's defence is snoring. Get in the bin, you bitch. Oh, it didn't work. Pogba heads it wide. It's 1-1. I know it's 1-1. What's up, mate? Can you inform my friend that he needs to substitute Susan off because she is clapped, says Dylan O'Brien. It's nice. Nice one. It's a classic dross if we draw. This is something I invented under Mourinho. It's not a draw. It's not a loss. It's somewhere between. You've got a win, a draw, and a loss. But there's something between a draw and a loss. And it's called a dross. Because sometimes a draw is a good result, but this is not a good result. This is a dross at the moment. Oh, another bad pass by Greenwood. We've got to be careful. We've got to be very careful. It's a corner to Everton. Now, the amount of corners I've scored with Yerry Mina on my FIFA career mode last year. Don't do it to me, Yerry. But, the trouble with us is that we've just completely capitulated. that goal's gone in and it's like, we can't deal with it. The heads drop. It's a mentality thing. Corner comes in. Oh, good at this. Varane. It's Varane. What a surprise. Varane. Oh, my Christ. Where's the team? No. He's got to be offside. He's merit. No. Fucking no. Please, no. No. Please, no. 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 This has got to be a VAR. What? Where's the defence on the right-hand side? I don't even know. Where? Well, he's not offside. He's offside. Thank God for that. He's offside. It's a forward pass. He's offside. Thank God for that. Oh, thank God. Get in. Oh, bloody hell. Thank God for that. Bloody hell. Where was the defence on the left-hand side, though? Oh. Oh, bloody hell. Whew. I'm like, I mean, first of all, I would say lovely reverse pass here. Pogba's in the box. Could be elation here. I was going to say, I don't know why the Everton player didn't shoot. I don't know why Tom Davies didn't shoot. As soon as he passed it, I thought, you've done what people do on FIFA. You've gone and bloody passed it too late. Luke Shaw has been terrible for his attacking wise for a while now. Holds onto the ball for too long without any creativity, says the real Lion King. I don't know where Luke Shaw was there again. I don't know where he was. He should be there. But thank God it was offside. Bloody hell. Yerry Mina as well. Oh, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. Well, I say I'm happy. I'm not happy. We need to bloody win. I'm not happy with this. It's a draw is not good enough, to be honest. You can't take 1 point from 6. Three minutes, 2 minutes to go. Well, we will have Adam's vlog after the match, of course. We'll get a few others for you. It'll be interesting to see what the feeling in the crowd is, because I have it on mute, so I don't listen. So I don't know what the noise inside or the feeling inside the crowd will be. We know that the crowd were fantastic on Wednesday night, of course. But I still think it comes down. I mean, ultimately, if we don't win this game, it's going to be because of the midfield, isn't it? And that's on the manager, of course. It has to be. But we did it late against Villarreal. We can do it late here. Here's Sancho. Says Shaw. Good cross now. He's put it onto his right foot. Pogba. Go wide to Sancho. Come on, put the cross in. See, he's always going to come onto his right foot, Sancho. Into Shaw. Oh, dear. Giving him a bad pass there. Pogba, come on. Got to work the cross here. Go wide to Wan-Bissaka. Ronaldo needs to be in the bloody box. Get in the box, Cristiano. Go on, McTominay. It's got to be worth a cross. Pogba. It's got to be worth a cross at some point. Here we go. Wan-Bissaka. Ronaldo. Oh, Pogba. Hit it, Paul. Ronaldo. Sancho. Oh, it's a terrible shot. It's a terrible shot by Sancho. Right in the 89th minute. Done everything right here. Ronaldo's not panicked. Pogba's not panicked. He's got enough of an angle there to shoot better than that. Oh, come on. 4 minutes of added time. Lindelof goes wide to Greenwood. Everton are working really hard here to stop us putting the cross in, but we've got to work harder. It's a rearguard action from Everton now. And that's a terrible ball by Wan-Bissaka. So disappointing. So disappointing, because I think in many ways this could have been a spark for something good, and the spark has been put out. It's not good. You've got to win these games. You know what? Looking back at it, I don't think Luke Shaw needed to come across. You're right. I really don't think he did on the goal. Oh, so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Oh, I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off with this. The problem United have got is that when things go against us, the heads drop. You know, this is why we bottle semi-finals and finals, because when everything's going well, it's great. But as soon, you know, people always say when we go 1-0 down, we're great at reacting to it. We're also terrible at being 1-0 up and going to 1-1. You know, we very rarely react when we're in front and teams peg us back. And the mentality of this team is poor. We've dropped again. It's so disappointing if we don't get a win here. Minute to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Sancho, Ronaldo, come on. Oh, it's gone back for a free kick on Sancho. It's a long way out. Move it quick. Take it quick, Scott. Quick. Go wide. We're going to knock it in fast. Probably the last kick of the game here. Minute to go. Remember to do your player ratings. Links in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. There's an offside anyway. We've gone with the quick free kick. Ronaldo wasn't even offside either. Look at the pillock on the far side with his fucking flag. He wasn't even offside, you dickhead. Has he not heard about VAR? What's he putting his flag up for? You're not meant to guess anymore, you clown. You're meant to let it go. He wasn't even offside. Fucking idiot. Jobsworth. That's exactly what VAR is for. You're meant to let it go. It's going to blow here. Fucking joke. It's a cracking point for Everton. It's a crap point for United. I don't know what I'm going to be saying in the match reaction, because ultimately you've got to... It's a results business. We live in a results business, and Ollie's smiling away, but what's he smiling about? What is he smiling about? 1 point from 6 at home. It's not... it's not a smiling thing. I don't know whether he realises what we're meant to do at this football club. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. He's going to blow up. The time's gone. He's going to blow. Second ball. And he blows the whistle. And it's 1-1. 1 point from 6 at home against Everton. A weak Everton side and a Villa side who beat us. 1 point from 6. Ain't good enough. Ain't good enough. I'm sorry, that's not good enough. Look, I'm going to go straight into the match reaction because there's no point talking about stuff I want to be in the match reaction. But look, I want to get all your thoughts in it as well. A few super chats. Enough, he's got to go, says Sidekick Simon. Shaw and Maguire have been awful this season. We need a run of losses to get Ollie out. I cannot settle for final 4 years of Wenger Part 2, says Jordan Winkle. Interesting. Yeah, I think top four's nailed on. I don't think we're in a title race. I don't think we're in a title race at all. Let's go. Right. Anyway, look, thanks everyone for watching. We're going to go straight into the match reaction. I'll be live there in a minute with you. But in the meantime, do your player ratings. Mark every player out of 10, average 6. Lots to discuss. I'll see you over there in a minute.